Alright, we are live. Alright, we are live.
Nice. We're off.
And we are off. Alrighty. So, Games Gaming versus Washed Authorities. Battle for the bottom. I guess.
Who we got? Who we got in the pool?
What do we got? I see Pangolier. Very high priority.
Bristle.
Bristleback. I think Lifestealer's pretty solid.
Yep. There's also the Lab Dota Necropos that was very scary.
Oh, true. That is a lab specialty. Abaddon
also...
is in. Abaddon is like.
Yeah.
Surely someone will look at Abaddon.
And then there's also the Nathan Winter Wyvern if we're looking at hero player specialities.
Yeah, that's hiding down there. It's a pretty like nice pool, I would say. There's kind of heroes for each role. Like classic IDL heroes for each role. We've got like Venge hero supports. I see like Mars Bristle off lanes. We've already kind of mentioned like Pango, Void Spirit, Wyvern, whatever mid. Got like Lifestealer and Weaver and stuff as carry options. Like there's something for everybody here.
Definitely. Yeah, no, I'd be happy if I had this pool in one of my games, I think. There's enough going on here to make it very interesting.
Yeah.
So who do we not want to see? Who's the big stinkers in this pool? I mean...
You mean like they're bad? Or oh, okay, you mean that way?
Get the Snapfire Slander in there somehow.
Oh, yeah. No, I watched one of the pro teams play earlier and it lost horribly. I think Naga's kind of unplayable. Kotl is not great. Bat Rider, I doubt we'll see. Most of the others, it's honestly like a pretty good pool. There's a lot of playable heroes here.
Looking forward to it. What do we reckon is the thoughts going through Washed Authority's head right now as they prepare for their first pick?
I think it's do we open with Abaddon. I think that's probably where I'm looking. I don't think this is a pool where you can just first pick Abba. I think he's like, he got nerfed a bit. He's probably not worth it. I would probably maybe look at Bristle as an opening pick.
That's what I'd be looking at. I think Bristleback is just extremely strong. It sets you up for so much. You can put it 1, you can put it 3.
Yeah. Okay, Ari Marcy, Nathan Wyvern both out of here.
We'll see what they do.
We'll see what they go for. I'm imagining we'll see Bristle, then we'll see like some sort of like Lifestealer plus. I don't know, maybe like Lifestealer Weaver honestly wouldn't be bad like reply. There's not a lot of lockdown for Weaver in this pool. There's nothing Weaver hates playing against. I think that's also a hero I would look at fairly early in this draft.
Yeah. There's quite a lot of fairly scary heroes that traditionally do minus armor type things. Like we've got Chaos Knight in the pool.
Yeah.
Obviously Bristle we've mentioned, Clinks, Venge.
Hero. Okay. Very solid support, like probably one of the best. New Ice Path Facet is still, I think, very strong.
Yep. Having a second stun is just nice.
Yeah, and then you have like Liquid Fire and Liquid Frost in lane. You can kind of choose what's best when. Like even better at laning than he was before, and that's saying something. Yeah. But you can do like you could do like a Bristle Venge lane. I think Bristle Venge is one of the scariest like lane duos at the minute.
Yeah, that is a really nasty lane there.
The minus armor and just like the slows, and they just punch you down.
They open with the Necro.
Necro. Okay, these teams have got a slightly different vision of the game to us, I think.
Yeah. But
they are not as bristle pilled.
Necro Spirit Breaker is a very interesting option. Necro just wants to be able to stand there. Bristleback or Spirit Breaker stops them from dealing with Necro.
Yeah. I feel like Jakiro is already like kind of okay against both of these heroes, but he's not like a hard counter to either of them.
Yeah.
The Necro kind of nice. There are a lot of like tanky heroes in this pool. There's a lot of good looking strength heroes which Necro will do well against, and it kind of makes Troll and look a little bit less good.
Yep.
There aren't a lot. There isn't a lot of magic damage in this pool actually. Now I look at the Necro more.
Mm.
Like, what? This Bat Rider is like a hard counter to Necro, but Bat Rider's so weird to play at the minute. I don't think anyone on Washed Authorities really plays it.
Mm.
Or you look at like Kotl mid, but then the Breaker is quite annoying for you.
Yeah, you have to be really quick on the bump spell. See if it has the
Yeah.
bristle back that we were expecting. I mean, Venge is still in the pool as well, and that is quite good against Necro. You can swap
Yeah.
people out of the ult.
Yeah, good save for the Scythe. You can mess with Breaker a little bit. You don't really care if he gets on top of you. You're not like the squishy backline support that dies to Breaker by himself. So I like Venge. And then you've got the IDL classic Venge Shakira supports.
Mm. There's also still the Abaddon, and a support Abaddon would be pretty good against Necro as well for a similar reason. Putting shields, putting
Yeah.
heals on people.
I think I like the Venge more for the Bristle synergies, but
Yeah, I'd agree
Jakira
with you.
Bristle is also still a very strong lane, and then you take the Abaddon to back up maybe a weaker carry. You could do it.
You go for the Lifestealer.
Okay,
So
okay.
possibly identifying that there's not really any carries left that deal with a Lifestealer. There's not really sure there's one that beats them in the matchup. Potentially
I was...
Chaos Knight is open, because Chaos Knight is a mat hero. That's still in the pool.
Oh, the Matt Chaos. Ooh, really spicy.
And that could flatten a Lifestealer in 1 second flat.
I would probably be looking at the Weaver thinking there's like no lockdown on Dire still, but
Yeah,
you
only Ice Path, and you can dodge that if you're quick.
yeah, and if you're like a core Breaker team, you could pick like Grimstroke Weaver here.
Ooh.
Because the leash can
That
be
is...
really annoying for Bristle and Lifestealer. And then Ink Swelling Breaker's very fun.
We have the
Oh,
Dark
I got
Steel.
half of it.
But Weaver's still in the pool.
Maybe they just think... I guess Washed can't really take Weaver with Lifestealer and... Well,
I
actually...
don't know. It could be a
No,
good
they could play
plus
it
4
support,
actually
couldn't
with
they?
Bristle. Like a Bristle Weaver lane sounds pretty frightening actually.
Yeah, sorry, I was thinking they had both supports already for some reason. No, they could do it. I feel like... That's what Saboteur's there for?
Hmm.
Player...
You have a Bat Rider.
Bat Rider. I wonder who's
Most
playing
likely
that.
Nathan would be my guess.
Maybe.
Does
There
it lane
aren't...
well into Necro? Mid?
You can kill Necro. Like, you just don't care Ghost Shroud, right? So it's like...
Yeah.
I think it's like either Bat Rider is killing Necro or Bat Rider's losing the lane.
Yeah.
There's not a
Yeah,
lot
you
of
don't
middle
really have
ground
a...
in my opinion. So... Yeah, we'll see.
I think of the Dazzle. Ooh. I mean, that's another minus armor hero with Bristleback. That was the hidden one that we hadn't brought up at all. But that's a very cool
Yeah.
combo, those two, if it is intended to be a
And it's like
or
the best
Dazzle.
scythe save, right? You just...
True, yeah. Even more consistent than Swap.
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking about Dazzle at the start of the pool, and I didn't find time to really bring him up because he just got nerfed.
Hmm.
So, but the
I don't
nerfs
know.
were quite strong, but I feel like the hero is still good.
I think it's a conceptual thing, this ult. Like, the ult problem. I'm not sure it's something you can fix with just numbers without getting absolutely ridiculous. Like,
Yeah, I mean, you take it down to like 200 range, and it would be...
yeah.
then sure, it would be fine, but... No, I think it's... I think the numbers are still a little too good. I think you can fix it with numbers. I think you just need to lower the range to like 800, 1,000, something like that. I think it just goes a bit too far.
Mm.
Wow, Abaddon makes it to the last pick.
Yeah, mad. Very devalued. Oh, and Matt's going to take that. So
Yeah, so we're going to see the mid... we'll be Daggy mid on the Necrophos. We should have probably should have said that earlier. I think this was a fairly... Like, this makes sense. But this time, Ari's playing the Darkseer, so he's going to be Matt in the safe lane. Whereas previously we've seen them do Matt in the off lane.
I mean, actually, that's some pretty frightening lanes, really. The Abaddon Grimstroke's a pretty iconic, scary one, and then
yeah,
Darkseer's
that will run
Spirit Breaker's
it.
pretty iconic as well.
Yes.
On the other side, what are we looking at? We've got, I mean, Jakira Lifestealer is also very strong, and so is Bristleback Dazzle, so who knows what's going to happen in these side lanes.
Yeah, I think... I mean, they've got the Abaddon Dispel for the Poison Touch, and potentially later for, like, Bat Lassos, so I think it's... the lane is probably Abaddon favour, just because Dazzle can't press his spell. I don't know. We'll see if Bristle's able to like survive getting clicked by Abaddon. I'm not sure. I think so. There'll be a bit of a game of chicken of like how many goo stacks do you let build up before you press shield. Because if you press the shield, then you're gonna get poison touched. So there'll be a bit of a like, you know. But Bristle will slowly build up goo stacks on you until you press shield to get rid of them.
It's not very commented on that particular like way of countering like Abaddon, and it's just like put so many debuffs on him that it makes his life hard.
Yeah.
To actually take off.
Make it hard for him to know what he wants. I held this up and then I just didn't look at what any of the fastest we have were. Oh, these are all pretty standard, I think.
Is locked. I'm gonna have to restart my game.
Oh, sure.
Second.
No worries. 30 seconds to I feel like we might be squaring up for a bit of a scrap at the bottom rune. Potentially. Yeah, Dire's pushing forward. Matt's looking to fight this though. Matt's like, actually, we're gonna stay here and turn this. Looking for Saboteur, but there's all of Dire here. Whoa, big stroke of fate hits the whole team. Okay, Dire's on the retreat. They're gonna lose multiple heroes here potentially. Nice little plays from Phil, like running back in, trying to make space for his team to get away, but the stroke of fate slow. We'll get one more. Lucky bash on Saboteur? Could it be? Oh. No lucky bash. But still, 2 kills. Matt made the right call turning it around. Oh, this is not what we expected. It's Matt mid on the Abaddon.
Oh.
Oh,
all
of our theorizing for naught.
Yeah.
But now Necrophos is just getting clicked by Dazzle in bot lane. I'm not sure this swap has worked out well. Like, Necro just got poison touched and quilled to death.
Yeah, there's not really any solution you've got to that down here.
Whereas, but maybe... Yeah, I think maybe this was Matt didn't have confidence that Daggy could, like, survive the Batrider lane. It's a hard lane for Necrophos.
Also, Abaddon should be able to beat Batrider. There's not really any threat of getting lots of napalm stuck on you.
Yeah, he's just walking up and applying curse to Nathan on like every way, like just off cooldown. But I don't know. I think Matt will win this lane, but Nathan will probably still get like a decent amount of XP and levels. He just won't. I imagine Matt will get quite a lot of denies. But bot lane, like Daggy's still level 1, and now Bristle's hit level 2. Like what? Oh, commit, Adam, commit! Okay, yeah, Saboteur will just... It's fine, Saboteur's got it. But it's like, how do you get level 2 in this lane as Necrophos?
I don't know, it feels like it's really challenging already.
Oh, Daggy was so close, look at that XP. Like 5 XP off. I guess you just come to lane, 1 creeps dies, you hit level 2 and skill Ghost Shroud, and then you're like...
You have to skill Ghost Shroud.
You have to skill Ghost Shroud as soon as you can, yeah. I don't know, maybe this is the rare, should have taken Ghost Shroud at 1 lane.
It feels so sad that no one wants to be skilling Ghost Shroud level 1.
Nah, I mean they had to take Q for the rune fight either way, but I think it's still right. It's just you just gotta play really safe until you hit level 2, and then they'll probably be fine. Like how long's Ghost Shroud last? 3 seconds, and the poison's 4, right? Before it 3.5. Okay, but if you like time it between the hits, you can probably get 3.5 of not having a hit connect with you. Just like time it as a hit's coming in, and then they can't initiate an attack until it ends. So, there's a bit if you're not on top of them, you should be able to get it. Orki's getting aggressive, like stealing waves up top.
That's cool, but it might have overextended here.
Yeah, I love seeing them go for this. It's not quite worked out, but like...
I mean, great body blocking there from Lab, getting the 1 hit and then the body block and then the other hit. Like,
yeah. Oh, wait. Matt versus Nathan mid. Matt had a lot of stick charges, and Nathan will go down. Oh, I wasn't expecting to see the... I think it was Battle Over the Water Rune there. Yeah.
I mean, the Abaddon mid matchups is probably not very well explored. Maybe some
No.
people by surprise.
Damn,
And
Nathan.
also, the hero's just kind of busted. Curse of Avernus is still very strong.
It's still so strong. Batrider suffers into it, I think. But I think Nathan will be fine, because like he'll just get some points. Oh, he's going for the return kill on Matt. No, he's... Okay, Matt's pressed the shield and Nathan's given that up. But Nathan can just like farm jungle camps with Firefly. Batrider can recovery farm quite well. Okay.
Overall, though, very slight net worth lead for the Dire here. I think that's just the first blood and... Or the... Sorry, not first blood, but the couple of kills down bot from the Bristleback.
Yeah, I think that's mostly this bot lane diff. I think he's holding the Ghost Shroud. I feel like I'd... Okay, there we go. They do press it. It's got a long cooldown. You gotta be wary. The Dazzle cooldown is a bit lower, so like there'll be a window with no Ghost Shroud and the Poison Touch up again.
Mid lane again, something happening. Potentially nothing happening. My bad.
No, it's okay. It's kind of... The shield makes him look like lower on health than he is. But yeah, Matt's doing okay. Yeah, I think Nelson makes some good points in chat that I'm not going to read out, but people can read for themselves. What's happening top? We've not looked top so much. I guess it's just kind of almost dead even on the last hits. I know Darkseer is like an Ari hero that he's played a lot of. Like I've seen him on this before, looking very good.
Yeah, he definitely knows what to do on this hero.
Yeah. And Breaker is like a classic partner for Darkseer where you just double melee guys sat on you with an ion shell. Like, you see how much damage Phil took there when he tried to contest them.
Yeah. So Surge with Greater Bash is kind of cool as well.
Yeah, it's a
you get
fun
lucky
lane
when you're
pairing.
surged.
Oh, Matt's kind of looking to dive mid and Nathan. No. Barret doesn't really have any burst, so he can't really... Ooh, bot lane Dowler. Okay, they get the Dazzle kill.
Nice.
Still had the Ghost Shroud, so full heal off of that kill regen. Adam... Ooh, has the stick though. That right click's not quite going to be enough. He will get out. Man, really close. I'm not sure. Yeah, I wasn't expecting to see the Grim stroke Necro lane getting a kill. Whoa, mid. Matt is committing to the dive. He will get it, but Sabotage TP'd in. Oh, but Matt has the shield. Sabotage Wincy, so it's gonna hit him. Yes.
Poison. Ooh, doesn't work.
Nice TP in from Saboteur. But, big cost. Mel will go and steal their XP rune for it.
Borky secured the other one on the other side despite Phil's best efforts.
Yeah.
Phil might get the kill here though. Oh, doesn't have any mana.
Yeah, Adam just not enough health. Got killed going to defend it. Matt's coming bot looking for Daggy. Daggy is running. Bug comes out from Mel. Will waste enough of Matt's time to get Daggy out of there. And now Matt... Oh, now... Sorry, that's not Matt, that's fucking Nathan. I'm not used to Nathan having weird nicknames.
Yeah, he's stuck with the Goo Crew nickname.
Yeah, it's just like... I don't know, it's not very Nathan-like.
No.
But, no, he's back to mid. Matt's gonna try and click him down. Do you go for the shield rune? Do you get back to safety? You go shield rune. Yeah, Matt's gotta be a little bit careful. You don't want to overextend here.
Bag again gone on again, bot.
Yeah.
Fine.
Gets back under tower. I like that they're patient with the Ghost Shroud. Like they make sure it's not gonna get set afterwards. Oh, the Mat ult will pop here. That's an awkward timing for him.
Yep.
So you kind of want to make the most of that, like, invulnerability time, and he didn't really get a lot from it. Oh my god, Phil takes so much damage from the charge. And the vacuum. Surge on the breaker. Will they get the bash? There's the bash. That'll get it. TPing in from Nathan. Once the return kill, has the lasso. I feel like... Do you greed for the seer or do you just take the breaker? Yeah, it just takes the breaker. Lab's getting a bit low. Don't wanna bait your carry into dying. I think you can just go through this wall as a Batrider. Yeah. Wow, and he gets both anyway. Okay.
Yeah, nice moves from Nathan.
Yeah, very nice. I thought Darkseid would get out after he surged the lasso to the breaker. Like, I guess Surge is a very long cooldown, level 1. Oh no, Saboteur, you got in hit range of the Abaddon. What have you done? You fool. Oh, like 2 seconds on the TP as well, so you can't even go for the TP out. Oop. Adam goes down to neutrals? Oh.
Ganked by the Skeleton Summoner, it looks like.
The Skeleton Summoner.
The Skeleton Summoner with the Alpha Wolves is a very nasty combo.
Oh yeah, they're all like critting you.
Oh, that's really unfortunate.
That is unfortunate timing. We're getting aggressive on Lab up top with the Breaker ulti. Peeking in from the Dazzle though. I think Borky may be being abandoned for this one, but I guess the Dazzle to TP up. Mid lane. I can see Matt really wants to make something happen on Nathan mid, but Nathan's just like...
He's doing this cliff stuff that he was doing his Winter Wyvern the other day. It's really annoying.
Yeah, you just can't hit him because he's just up and down the cliff all the time. Like, whichever way you go, he just goes to the other side of his cliff. That's kind of cool.
It's really interesting. Yeah, taking advantage of the ranged versus melee matchup.
Alright, I guess it's net worth time. Who's the big winners here? Matt is on top, but not by much.
Yeah, so's Lab.
Lab is right up there with him.
He's
honestly,
out of lane, which means he can get to this Radiance pretty fast.
Also, Daggy, third on net worth after those like 2 pretty painful level 1 deaths in lane.
Has the bots already.
Because Necro can have a hard time when they get behind like that. I thought Daggy might be in for a bit of a rough lane, but they've recovered nicely. Like, good to see. Oops, Saboteur showed on mid-wave. Here comes Matt. And Saboteur's dead.
I think you just have to dodge the Abaddon.
I think you've got to stay far away from the Abaddon. Just like
you can't go near him.
Don't be where he is. Just let him. If he wants your triangle, let him have it.
Oh no!
There's the Grim ulti. Oh, Nathan's kind of safe though, and they're having to go on the Bristle. With his back turned, it's a lot of goo. It's a lot of goo, right? Yeah.
Oh, here's Daggy.
Oh, Daggy turns up. Matt's ult pops, so I don't even know what in the back though. So he can't really commit for more. This was pretty neutral in the end. Like, it was kind of support for offlaner, like little Radiant favored, but Matt doesn't have ult. But if they realise that, they might be able to get him here with the lasso. I don't know if they know though. It popped in a really weird timing. I don't know if they saw. They'll know now. He's too low. Yeah, and he ticks out. Saboteur gets the kill. Gets his revenge.
Great show up there. Mel gonna go down as well probably here.
Yeah, Mel will eventually fall. And yeah, Nathan gets that one. Nice place for the goal to go. Yeah, Nathan has travels going blink. Nothing too funny. Ooh, Nathan will find Borky walking up the cliff. You gotta charge out of there, Borky. Charge out of there. Ooh, I don't know if that's gonna buy you enough space.
No,
with the little knockback.
Ooh, uses the lasso though.
I think it's good that he did, because if you didn't commit it there, like, if you chase too far, the Matt TP finishes, you know, and then you're like, maybe you're too close to Matt after he finishes his TP. But the
also gives you the stoked movement speed bonus when you use lasso, so that you then can run away faster.
True. Yeah. That is a thing.
It's kind of odd, isn't it? He's one of the heroes in the game that kind of doesn't have facets. Like, it doesn't seem like either of them are like particularly noticeable.
His other one's
Uh,
like the building damage one or something, isn't it?
yeah, which I'm not sure has ever been taken by by
Like,
anyone.
no, it sounds terrible. I don't know. I feel like any building damage facet is just generally like not great because you're just sort of playing to be winning already. Whereas it's like
Yes.
you want to take things that get you ahead to begin with. Charge in on Phil. Oh, nice little like preemptive
Nice.
ice path there. Although Borky doesn't care. They're just going through anyway.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, the ice path looked nice, and then it was like,
You just have an Abaddon there, takes the shield off,
yeah.
takes the ice off.
I was like, the charge ended, and then Borky was just like running at him at the same speed anyway. It didn't really make much difference.
Harry gets hexed top.
Whoop.
Oh, gets the Lotus.
Oh, has the TP out after the Hex finishes.
Can't get to him.
Oh no! Is that the newly?
That's
They did
the
just
nerf,
lower
yeah.
the tether range, didn't they? Why do I? Okay, there we go. Yeah. Oh no, cast range. They didn't lower the leash range.
They made the pull stronger, so it's I guess kind of the same thing.
But the
pull
pool
scale
doesn't
is more
start till you
consistent.
were beyond the leash range, right?
Uh,
I thought this was
okay,
just a nerf to like the blink dagger where you were like abusing the fact you could get outside the leash
Oh,
range.
it probably is. Yeah.
I think walking is still like the same as before. It's just
Hmm.
you can't if you blink out of it, you'll be pulled back fast now rather than just like staying there for 10 seconds. Oh, Matt saw Saboteur again. Time to run at him. God, he really does just see Saboteur show on the map and just like charge at him.
Yeah.
Like,
It's behind lab now.
yeah, but this is kind of good though because Saboteur's still there, and now they're having to split their attention. Ooh, and he gets the grave off.
Nice save.
Lab needs to find an infest here. Oh, but the leash. Oh, but that's what dice we can get the infest. This is a lot committed for the dazzle kill, but can Dire have the strength to actually turn this around? Lifestealer's healed up, coming out onto Matt, but Matt still has ult. He's gonna try and just chase down the Lifestealer. Lab is just kiting them out. Will eventually go down.
Oh no, Adam!
Oh,
broken,
no, Adam,
by,
the break.
broken by the creep.
Oh, the fucking creep got him. Oh.
Oh, that is Adam versus the jungle is the story of this game today. Gets ganked by skeletons and wolves in the bot side jungle, and then broken by the hill troll berserker. That is really horrible luck.
That
to
is just
happen
very
twice in one
unlucky.
game.
Yeah, dying to especially when the neutrals feed your kill to the enemy team, like,
Yeah.
oof. I think they probably
second
walked
point
him down
miss
there
on that.
anyway, but like,
Yeah, they would have done.
don't know. Oh, Nathan has a DD rune bottled. Could we any play potential here? He probably knows Matt's ult is on cooldown. Ooh, no, maybe he doesn't. Okay, he's looking for the top kills. Daggy is the much easier kill here. Has got a Glimmer Cape. Won't get it off in time. Dragged under tower with the AD. Ooh, still alive. Full health. What the fuck? Okay. That was not how I thought that was about to go.
Oh.
It's just Greaves and a Glimmer. And yeah, now it's Phil left alone, keen to help out Nathan going for a kill. And it all kind of fell apart on them.
Yeah, I mean.
And now
Such
Matt's
good
here,
play
he's
right
seen
now.
Saboteur again.
Yep. Enemy spotted.
Yep. Man, okay, I don't know how Daggy lived. That was...
Yeah, that was crazy. That amount of heal coming up from essentially nothing to full while reducing Nathan down to 0.
Yeah, it was just like Greaves, probably a magic stick, and then the Glimmer Cape buff. Like, I still think as this game goes on, like Lifestealer will. It's worth noting, like,
Yeah.
Radiant's kind of they mislaned it, but they've basically got a safe lane Abaddon. But Matt's not gone for he's gone for more of a tempo build. He's gone this like Echo Saber Blade Mail.
Yeah.
So it's like I feel like if Lifestealer gets big, he's kind of the only sort of real like POS 1 going this game.
Definitely. And also, this is maybe the most valuable nullifier game in history. It counters every single one.
Oh
of
my
the
god, I hadn't
heroes
even
on the
thought about
Radiant.
that. Yeah.
But if Lab can get into Radiance like S and Y and then a nullifier, he can just you can kill everybody on repeat.
Yeah, no, Nullify goes insane this game. Oh, hey, Invis fulfill. Kobold. Oh, did he lose his shovel creep?
No, little
Oh,
Jimmy.
tragic. Yeah, so that's Radiant's finished on Lab. So he's just going to be sort of accelerating into this game. How is Saboteur top support net worth? I feel like he's just been like sort of being run at by Matt all game. Where did he find money?
Yeah.
I guess maybe that's the trade-off of showing on waves and getting gold is like a couple more deaths.
Yeah, maybe we had our
Top lane. Well, Nathan is just gonna Firefly and get out of there. This is. They're infesting. They're gonna look to defend this tier 2. They're not letting it go for free. Mel is a good start, I would say. This is like a nice hero to get a kill on. Will Mel get ult off before they die?
They're on the Dazzle body.
No. They are on the Dazzle body, but the Glimmer Cape's going to keep it alive. They don't have the detection for it. Lasso onto Matt's going to keep him controlled for a while. Daggy's looking for Saboteur. Matt's looking for Saboteur. Which... Well, they don't feel safe committing.
In the fight.
Nobody wants to overcommit. Now Borky's in getting gone on. Lab is clicking them down, but Surgeon by space. Oh, what an ice path onto 3. Daggy gets forwards. Wants to get into the middle of this fight. Oh, we're seeing the Lifestealer versus... Oh my god, Matt just presses Blade Mail. Daggy's ticking though in the fire. Glimmer Cape again though, nobody's quite dying here.
Yeah, this is such a smart pickup from Daggy.
Yeah. Matt still has ulti, trying to bait a little. And it's... I mean, I gotta say Radiant wins fight, just... Lab really underestimating that blade mail damage coming out from Matt and
vanished instantly.
And notably they did finish off the tier 2. Like most of the fight was kind of behind it, but it did go down.
Trying to set up for the next one as well. We've got the siege creep here.
Yeah.
Darkseer, pipe and mech.
Dude, what was that?
Gets gone on.
Oh, they've got the grave for him. Oh no, but the firefight ends. We can't get to the high ground. Glimmer and Grey from Saboteur will keep him alive. That was so weird. The fucking Surge run through Firefight with Blade Mail so Nathan can't blink away. Into like an ice wall, but then like harpooned through it? I don't know.
Mysterious goings and goings.
Yeah, I think he might have altered off the ice paths on Matt as well, just to like keep the aggression up. Now there's no Matt ulti. Nathan's reset, TPing back in. They still want to make a fight of this. They find the Dazzle body again, but he graves himself, buying a lot of time here. Leash comes in. Mel will go down again. But now Matt's turned onto Lab. Can they cut out Matt? Matt doesn't have ulti. They might look to go on him here. Yeah, Nathan and Lab finding Matt. Clicking him down. He's so fast though, even with like the Lifestealer slows.
Oh, what a vac wall.
Oh, huge vac wall. Saboteur continuing to just survive in the backline. Eats the Necro ulti. Oh, now Matt's going into Adam. Ooh, this battle of the slowly walk at you heroes. The goo is just making Adam so hard to chase down. Nathan tries to go in for the turn. Again, Grave by Saboteur letting him make these aggressive goes. Adam's just continuing to annoy everyone with the goo spam. Lots of minus arm coming out here. Daggy's a lot of goo, little health, suddenly lots of health.
What is happening?
And now it's Lab in trouble. Oh, vacuum back, Lab will go down. Matt's getting dragged to the high ground. His ulti is up again, though. He's just got ulti again. It's been that long. And yeah, Matt wants more. Oh, Nathan's doing funny. What was that? what? That was not right.
Harpoon's a finished item. And should be
that was probably the worst one I've ever seen. Nah, that was bullshit. Like,
I don't know about that. And another 15-minute long fight. I think it's just Darkseer having these like aura items and Daggy having a glimmer cape. Like they're able to just self-sustain like perpetually.
Yeah.
Between these two heroes, no one can die on the Radiant.
Well, it was also like it felt like Matt was getting clicked by this Lifestealer with a Corrosion and Ghoul Frenzy and still just outrunning him. Which was like that felt wrong. Like, what about the slows? Ooh. Harry versus Saboteur? Harry is completely alone here. And Nathan is turning up. Do they have the lasso? Oh no, 10 seconds on the
Nice
lasso.
bounce back.
He's got full stuff and travels though. Nathan is kind of keeping up with him. Surge ends. Gotta stay on top of him with the Firefly, and they won't even need the lasso. They'll just walk him down.
That's quite a lot
Crazy,
of gold there.
crazy that like
Kill streak.
heroes just keep up with Surge nowadays. You're like, oh, I'm gonna Surge away, and they're just like, oh, I'll just walk after you. I don't know.
It says maximum movement speed, and then it's like, well, actually, most things are maximum movement
Yeah.
speed. It feels like.
Hmm.
Oh, Adam gone on again.
Ooh, yeah.
Just not that tanky on this bristleback yet.
No, he's gone for this early pipe, and I'm not sure this was a pipe game. So it's like it's Abaddon that was giving you the problems.
It also means that he just doesn't have very much HP total. Like he's sitting at 1400, which is like.
Yeah, I can't help but wonder. It's not what he really wanted in lane, but I can't help but wonder like a halberd or something would have made him feel a lot tankier this game. God, Matt is taking like no damage from Lab here. Like he's getting clicked and it's just like scratching him. Yeah, Rage ends. Matt's going to try and turn on to Lab. Now he hasn't got Rage anymore. Lab will back out. They're just trying to pop Matt's ulti here, I think. They don't want to overcommit into it, but they just want to get the ulti down. But they can't quite get it. Oh, and Daggy's now going back for the Radiance. I think this is actually quite a cool build. Like, travels Glimmer back into the Radiance. Because, I mean, Daggy, this Glimmer's been such value in the early fights, keeping them alive, letting them play with the team, play aggressively. And now they're recognizing game's doing a little bit longer, wants to be able to scale properly, like we're not ending right now. So they're going...
profane potency as well, which means the Radiance is just even more valuable. Like, with an absolutely enormous burn AoE.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it'll pay off. What point do you think they like look for Roche or something on Gamers Gaming?
It's kind of weird, isn't it? Because they don't have the best like lineup for it. It's sort of only Abaddon who will do damage to it. Ion Shoal's not bad, but it's not good either. By comparison, it's much easier for Dire to get in and take Roche, in my opinion, with the double minus armor that they've got and a Lifestealer, who, even though his feast doesn't work on it, he still can click it pretty quick.
Yeah, it does feel a bit that way. It feels very hard for gamers, but...
Get to see it in miniature against the Tormentor here, and it's just not that quick. It'll go down eventually.
Yeah, like they're tanky enough enough to sustain. It's not scary, but it's not the fastest.
Wow, Spirit Breaker's shard is so boring. I don't think I've ever read that because they moved play in a pocket.
Oh.
Now it's literally 100 movement speed and charge.
Yeah, I think it might be the most boring shard in the game. It's up there with the most boring shards in the game.
What does it? It's just nothing. It's an extra skill point in it.
Yeah, it kind of basically is. I like to. The skill points only give you 50. I guess you don't get all the other benefits you get from a skill point. But it probably still feels quite good as the Breaker player, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Like, all Breaker players want is more move speed every time.
Borky gone on mid.
Yeah, trying to get aggressive onto Saboteur. Punish for it.
But Matt's here.
Has the Grey. Oh, can they find Bat? I mean, they're going to find Saboteur, that's for sure, but... They want more here. Nice Wall's going to keep a lot of people here and busy. Matt's now coming in. Oh, this is looking like a bit of a massacre. Can Harry get out? Oh, Harry. Can Lab get out? Nope. Now it's just Adam in for the...
He's going them up, but yeah. Just
yeah, it ain't enough. Oh, there wasn't even a Lab there. Who was I watching die? Oh, it was probably Phil. I don't know why I thought there was a Lifestealer in the middle of that.
The Lifestealer has escaped from the situation and is just farming up a storm on the other side of the map. He is lining up a Skull Basher, but I kind of feel like you're sort of on the clock now. You want to just get to this nullifier timing, or you're going to have a real difficulty sticking on people.
Yeah, I'm tempted to say you don't really need a Basher this game. You do just want a nullifier, but...
It is nice, though. I mean,
it is nice.
Provides some value. But...
Yeah, I feel like I probably would be going like AC for a bit more minus armor synergies and then looking for the disassemble. I don't know. It's weird because you don't want to get rid of your your Radiance too early for the Nullifier, because then you can't farm.
And AC is one of those items that's a bit dangerous into Dark
Nice find from Nathan. Grabbing Mel off the start. Mel does get buttons out, which will probably stop them chasing for anybody else here.
They're going to smoke up anyway.
They wanna.
Looking for it.
Yeah, I think you gotta try. But without Lasso, it's a little bit hard to see how they make a catch happen here. Although Borky is just like walking up this high ground very boldly. Invis? No, they have the detection. Ooh, Matt's turned up to try and help Borky out. I like the Yules, just keep Matt in the air for the whole fight. Whoa, big 5-man vacuum. Wall doesn't quite connect on all of them, but... Okay, we'll make sure there's no pressure onto Matt there. And I like this from Daggy, already up in the top lane.
Yep, just get out of there. No need to be there.
Yeah, I think it's often good just to be like, I'm not going to turn up to this fight, and just... Like, 'cause I think sometimes people feel the pressure to turn up to every fight and always help their team, and it's like... Sometimes you just don't wanna. Sometimes you just wanna farm and push the other wave out.
It's interesting. Daggy is like almost at Heart of Tarask now. At which point, I'm not sure whether you actually have the damage to get rid of Necro.
Oh shit, yeah.
Then Ags after that, and it's suddenly really scary.
Yeah, now Daggy is going to be a beast in these late game fights.
Yeah.
I think.
Keeping up with Matt. I mean, Matt has got a more active type build, but. Super impressive showing here from Daggy.
Yeah, Daggy's got 2 deaths still, which were those like 2 deaths in lane we talked about, and they've not died since like 2 minutes into the game. Lab's not looking at the Nully. Lab's looking at Basher Skadi. I think maybe feels his job is just to like battle the Abaddon. I kind of get.
Yeah.
Oh, where's Adam's? Oh, Adam bought Shard. Okay. I was gonna say like, oh, he's having a hard time with it though. It's a rough game. Oh, Nathan's been doing funny Nathan shenanigans. Matt's here to try and punish. Yeah, Nathan will just
no dodgy harpoons this time.
No, I don't think you can dodgy harpoon people back from a TP yet.
Yeah, that I think was a feature back when it first came out.
A feature, yes.
Just pull someone all the way back from their fountain.
Yes, I think it might have been. Oh, Adams walked up mid. They don't have Matt here. Oh, and they're going to try and go in onto Daggy with the lasso.
Yeah, there's no Matt.
Oh my god, huge damage. Daggy will just die. Now they're going to go and get Mel. I think Radiant's just got to leave this one. This was just... Yeah, I think, like we were saying, Daggy was starting to look unkillable, and then suddenly just, I don't even know where the damage came from.
I don't know, I think it's the significance of the Dark series.
I can see Life Healers hitting for 780 on the death summary. Like one of the seconds. I think it might have been mass goo stacks. Daggy doesn't have a lot of armor. Whoa, big 4-man vac wall. Adam is just dying to these illusions. Adam, run! Don't look at Matt. If you don't look at him, he can't hurt you. Oh, Mel's brought back into this, but goes down already to Lab. Can Lab fight Matt? No, doesn't want to fight Matt. Gonna back up. But I don't know, there's still only 2 Radiant heroes alive. Like, how scared of Matt are you?
It feels like with all of these dire heroes alive, they can contain Abaddon.
Well, also worth noting, they now have 3 Yule Scepters on Dire. Which I think all of these just have Matt's name on them.
Yep.
And it's going to be... every fight is going to be one, then the other, then the other. And then there'll be an Ice Path.
No BKB or Lincolns lined up at the moment.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh, shit. Wait, Matt's there. Oh, they want this. I feel like they want this, but Daggy's... Oh, no, Borky's coming in.
Ooh,
nice vacuum. And yeah, Nathan will go down. Adam's been graved. We'll go down to the scythe afterwards. Very nicely timed. And yeah, even without Mel up, they are happy to just take this fight.
Yeah. Be good confidence there, knowing that you can still. Not getting shaken at all by the events of the last 90 seconds or so.
Yeah. So now they're back up this mid-high ground. Ooh, Lab CP'd in quite aggressively. He's trying to... fight Matt, but I feel like you just gotta let this one go. Lab doesn't look like he wants to, though. He kind of looks... He's playing pretty far forwards here. I guess trusting in Saboteur to keep him alive and keep him safe. Oop, there's Yule number 1. Nice macro fire trying to de-push the wave, scare them off. The respawns are coming in and they haven't finished this Rax yet. Borky's getting chunked down by Lab. And now Daggy. Ooh, Daggy's not got the Ghost Ride off.
Back wall.
Ooh, Daggy does just get the Ghost Ride off. Oh, Lasso misclicked onto a wall illusion. And now Matt's just charging through. Everyone's... Ooh.
The wall's so well placed here.
The wall is just completely zoning Dire from chasing here, and it looks like everyone's just kind of gonna back away. Nobody dies. Yeah, I think that wall just like made a bunch of illusions in the middle and saved Aggie from the lasso. But yeah, I don't know. These fights are so funny because like the only sort of blink initiate feels like the Bat Rider or maybe like a Vac Wall, but then it's like even after a Vac Wall, everyone's just sort of walking at each other. Like it's just watching all these like beefy, brawly heroes like Abaddon, Necro, Lifestealer, Bristle just kind of walk at each other. It's really, I don't know. It's just such a strange way to watch the games play out.
Yep. Yeah, such unpredictable fights here. Everyone's smashing into each other.
Any big timings coming up? Anything you've got your eye on?
Not really. I mean, the Skadi is almost completed on Lab, which is going to be pretty huge, actually. But apart from that, I'm not really sure. I mean, Adam is actually getting towards tankiness. He's almost finished the S and Y, but he's got the sand part, so he actually does have a decent amount of HP now.
Okay, that's nice.
Also nearly a Wind Waker completed on Phil.
Whoa, oh shit, this thing's becoming a Wind Waker?
Yeah, he's just going straight for it.
I guess
looking for saves against the Necro. I mean, it's not the most reliable save you can get, but...
I was kind of hoping we'd see an Axe on Phil this game, I'm not going to lie.
Oh, that would be nice.
Because there's a lot of these, like, just walk around heroes, you know? They just sort of stroll around the fight, and it's like... If you just catch them in the middle of an Axe or Acro Fire and they can't get out of it, like, that sounds pretty sweet. And yeah, to me this Yule has Matt's name on it, and it doesn't need to be a Wind Waker to keep Matt up in the air for half the fight, so... I think, yeah, it's maybe not the direction I would have gone, but then, you know, if he saves someone from a scythe...
Yep. Then if it works, it works.
Yeah. Nathan's back in his home, cutting bot wave. Oh my god, 3 TPs like as soon as he shows, but he's too fast, he's gone already. And they all show on this wave, and Nathan's going to be calling, hey look everyone TP'd bot for me. He TP's out, weirdly, his team is now loitering bot.
Yeah, they've got to head for the hills here.
Like, they think they're chasing Nathan, they're actually chasing everybody else. Okay, it's Tommy time again. Where's Matt? Need Matt for the Tormentor. Oh, Matt's got an Orchid. Going...
Oh.
He's almost got a Bloodthorn. And Lab does not have a Dispel yet.
No. Well, I mean, Phil will have the Wind Waker soon. Maybe that's the solution.
Maybe that's the real answer. They've got Grave and, like... I don't know. Some, like, a few defensive, like, sort of things to kind of help out, but I'm not sure. Lab has an Abyssal queued up. Maybe he'll just disassemble, get the Abyssal and then a Manta, but that's a little ways off. And yeah, no, Daggy's got the Aegis, not Matt for this push. But Matt is obviously an Abaddon with Borrow Time, so kind of has the built-in Aegis. But Daggy is so tanky as well. Like, actually, I say that Daggy's got a heart, but still only has 2.3k HP. Oh my god, Nathan going in aggressively here. Gets a link to Adam.
get the grab off.
Oh, double
Nice
scythe,
save.
double breaker roll, big vac wall. And yeah, Adam will go down, but somehow Nathan actually gets out of that. His team is paying the price. Adam will go down. Ugh, Phil will go down as well. And now,
That's
oh,
the
there's the
middle, he
Bloodthorn
silenced
onto
up.
Lab.
Ooh,
Oh, Bloodthorn will just
no buyback. He
chew
bought out with
through him.
Skadi.
Yeah. This is always the most awkward part of Life Theory to me, is like, you don't want to buy a silent solution until you need it,
Yep.
but then suddenly
Oh,
they
that
buy an
is
Orchid and
great.
you don't have any money for it. Like,
Yep.
and I don't know, I'm not a...
Ooh,
Oh
nice
my
click
god,
from Mel, getting the blink forward.
Yeah, the support right click to finish off Nathan.
But I don't think there's anything you can do really to stop the Radiant here from just ransacking your complete base. Like,
Yeah, Lab is dead for so long. He's only like 200 from buy, but don't know where he's going to get that from. They're just going to go and hit top lane. I don't think you can fight without the Lifestealer though. I think he's too important, but...
oh,
Nice little grab off the side. Pulls Borky in. Oh
another
my god,
vacuum.
they're all in the vacuum again though.
Lots of goo here. Sticky
Lots
situation. And
of
Lab's up in 5.
goo. Yeah, they are stalling it out nicely. Borky's down. Borky could buy back into this though with the charge. I think
Lab's keeping
well.
it aggressively.
Yeah, they're going to Daggy. This is the Aegis still though, and it's not even going down yet. Ooh, blinks into the Vice Path. Has the Vac Wall. Kind of just a nice little zoning Vac Wall again. Going to buy space for the retreat. What do... They're not... Yeah. Looks like everyone will just kind of... Oh no, Nathan's not happy to say everyone gets out of here. Nathan wants something. Oh, the Harpoon, the Force Staff, and Mel is exactly where they started. And there's the Grimstrick ulti, but they're just going to sort of click through it. Now Ari might be the one in trouble. Okay, Ari's the one who goes down.
Kind of the fall guy there. Like,
Yeah.
save yourselves, I'll hold them off.
Yeah, I think he was maybe hoping to make like a turn with the vacuum, but nah, team didn't want it. I really want to see what Lab is committing to this Abyssal. He's not buying a... Ooh, I don't... Ooh, wait, Matt's just chasing down Phil. Phil has a haste rune and Matt is just like keeping up with him. Oh my god, nice little totem to the high ground. Goes for the TP out. Oh, beautiful play.
Yeah, sneakily done there.
That was very nice. Ogre your totem up to the high ground. Had a nice little safe spot. Nathan's buying the Lincoln. Guess if we can't get scythed, lets him go in a bit more aggressively without just getting immediately controlled up. Ooh, will Matt find him down here? No. Nathan is going to show on this wave, and they are like... Borky's right there. He could get charged. Yeah, I guess this is what he actually wants the Lincoln for, because... Oh, wait.
Cancelled.
Onto the cliff? Onto the cliff? The Firefly's running out. They are going to find him here. Oh, wait.
No. Oh.
He's visible there.
Okay, he gets
Yeah.
spotted.
No, he won't blink this, will he? No.
Ouch.
Yeah, it was unfortunate because if Borky hadn't been so close to him, he probably would have made that TP before the charge connected, but like, Borky was just right next to him already. Look at this confidence from Daggy. Just like, I'm just going to play aggressive on my own in topside jungle.
Spearbreaker charge is coming in.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably a little bit far to keep going, but this Bull Rush is so fast. Oh, I'm going to try and press a ground target spell on Spirit Breaker. Nope, he's a screen away already.
Respect to Borky for the tier 4 spark of courage we're seeing in this game.
There's no way that's right. There's no way that's right. Surely there was something. Oh, there's the Bloodthorn again onto Lab. He kind of walked it off this time. Now they're turning it around, looking for Daggy. No. Matt's in deep. They want Saboteur again. Does Saboteur have Grave for himself? Not this time. Saboteur does have buyback. Almost as good. Can they punish her though? Where's the punish? Without Nathan to give them the jump, it's hard. Adam is doing a good job, just like running in, gooing everyone up. Lab. It's so scary for Lab to stand and fight. There's so many like annoying things and like BKB piercing stuns. If this melee Rex goes down, that's probably going to be Megas. It goes, and there's the range that is Megas. Daggy finds a nice jump out. Still getting chased. Ghost Trap's still available though, they just don't even need it. Borky has been picked again. But that's all they get for the Megas and Saboteur's buyback. Oh. And now we get to Nathan's favourite part of the game. The 50-minute high ground hold.
Yeah, it seems hard with this set of heroes into mega creeps.
They're not the best at D-pushing, are they? I'm not sure. I guess like Jakiro kind of I mean, they kinda can. They've got lots of heroes who can like kinda deal with creeps. No one who's like very good at it, but there are a lot of people who can sort of do it. Lab is queuing up a Desolator. Oh, he's been Bloodthorned by Matt. He does just kind of survive through the Bloodthorn. I actually didn't think he would. Well, I guess Matt kind of spent half of the Bloodthorn duration walking at him.
Yeah, it's a max range Bloodthorn into
yeah,
not actually there.
I really don't think this Deso is just like Lab feels like if they win a fight, they want to be able to take buildings like really fast, or
yeah, maybe.
Like
I'm not really sure, to be honest, because it doesn't seem like there's anyone that's like I don't think you're not gonna tip into like the kind of the bit where minus armor is most efficient with Deso. Maybe he's thinking that he wants to get AC, but he doesn't want to buy that against Darkseer, so he's going for like the next closest thing.
Maybe they already have one on the enemy team, so it's not like giving it away matters.
True. Oh, Adam gone on. He's firing so much goo.
He's actually kind of tanky now though. We'll survive through it. Lincoln's popped, and yeah, that'll do. Oop, Harpoon brings Adam back down to the low ground, but this is just the goo machine. I don't know if you want to go on him. Yeah, you take that little building. Oh, Nothel projection's been committed. They're poking Matt, but oh, it all feels like nobody takes any damage. Look, the goo is flying around. Oh, Ice Path causing some problems. Lab in trouble. Will Lab go down here? Lab will go down here. Has got the buyback. Will use it. Now Saboteur will go down to the Scythe. Doesn't have buyback. Used it in the last fight. Oh, both Tiffles will drop. Matt's looking towards the throne. Daggy is on just the zone them duty. Look at that. Just walk forwards. Make space for Matt to hit the building. And they are doing that. Like, everyone's looking at Daggy and Matt is just taking the throne. Daggy's going to buy back travel in, but Matt is just committing to the throne push. He doesn't want to fight the players. Just kill the buildings.
Good, well played from Gamers Gaming. The lane swap at the beginning of the game was really interesting. I think it did pay dividends for them.
I think it did, because
such a good start.
Well, once Daggy hit level 2, they were fine in the Dazzle lane.
Yeah.
Like, and they probably wouldn't have been in the Batrider lane. So I think it was smart. Like, and Matt had a good time in the weird matchup, which I think is kind of expected. And I don't know. We've seen Matt play Abaddon. I don't know if we've seen it in IDL, but I've definitely seen him play a lot of Abaddon off lane and stuff in pubs, and just kind of do this. Like he does very well on the hero. It suits his playstyle. He knows how to make the most of it, just like winning lane and then playing hyper aggressively. And you just walk at people and they die. It's still kind of silly. They didn't quite have the tools to deal with it, I think. Yeah, this Bat Rider I think was picked to abuse Daggy going mid on the Necrophos, and they just dodged it.
Hmm.
Like, it was a nice little outmaneuver. But it was still a close game. Like there was definite back and forth. Um,
Yeah,
yeah,
excited to see what happens in game two.
yeah. We will see what happens in game two. Yes, I'll put us back to the splash screen, and we'll be back in a little bit. Alright, we are live again for Game 2, Gamers versus Washed Authorities. Game 1 went to Gamers Gaming for anyone newly tuning in. Let me go to his chat again. There we go. Yeah, alrighty, so new game. What do we see? What do we
Abaddon's
like?
still in the pool. He's back.
That's not staying in the pool again.
Yeah, I shouldn't think so. Although Washed Authorities do have first pick, so maybe they're not going to ban it out and hope that they can pick it up first. It's a risky game,
Maybe. I don't know. I think it is a Matt special at this point. I think Matt is particularly good at Abaddon. But the hero is good enough. Maybe Wash will just first pick it, and Lab's also good at it. Like,
You take the best player in the league and put him on the easiest hero in the game.
Yeah, maybe.
yeah, he did just kind of walk around the map pretty freely last game. For a while, it was. No, yeah, it wasn't entirely. Yeah, like there were definitely a lot of other good showings that game as well. That wasn't the only one.
Eyes on Winter Wyvern as well.
Yeah, we did see this get banned out last game against Nathan.
And they seem to be particularly targeting him. Like Tidy taken out, Lena taken out.
Yeah, I think this is maybe the idea is they want to ban heroes in order to have like the option of sending Daggy mid, so they want to like ban out Nathan's more like dominating
Oppressive
mid laners.
matchups, yeah.
Yeah. Because last game they I think they were planning on sending Daggy mid, but then they ended up like putting the Abaddon mid to deal with the Batrider mid lane. But I think they're still like, I think the Daggy mid plan is still kind of there for them.
Yeah, and I guess the things that are left are what, like Kotor, Magnus. None of them you really particularly consider to be like lane dominators. I guess there's a Huskar angle.
Magnus.
Ooh.
Oh, wait, the Abaddon's
love
still in the
Magnus.
pool. Oh, no, wait, you just pick Abaddon here, don't you?
It kind of feels like a fairly clear choice, doesn't it? I don't know. Unless there is an Outworld Devourer in the pool. Does Odie get counted by a lot here?
Yeah, I
Actually,
was just
kind of,
looking at
yeah.
that myself, but I'm
Well,
not...
you could just pick Abaddon OD, right? Like Daggy would maybe not happily, but would play OD.
There's like Ursa and stuff in this pool as well. I think there's maybe a bit more for it than there was last game. Last game, Matt picked it. It got through to like last pick last game. Like he didn't take it early.
Yeah, I was also going to mention like Night Stalker, Huskar. Like you've got a lot of things that can deal with it.
Yep.
Even though it is like just good in isolation and also particularly good against mag.
Yeah, I mean Nelson did
the
just say in
ability
chat,
to-
like you just understand yourself, understand somebody else. And, like,
Yeah, just un-RP two people, and it's like, wow, cool, nice 2-minute cooldown, bro.
Yeah, kind of feels like Abaddon is a pretty good choice. They take the PA.
This is a popular.
I think
carry.
that's a nice deny pick, because you can have the option of sending the mag 2 or 3 with the PA as your real carry. You don't really need to elaborate on the synergies there.
Yeah.
What's also interesting is the Rubik angle. Rubik traditionally, I think, probably the best support in the game into mag.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very good. But I think it's different to a lot of the good Rubik matchups, right? Because that one is like a lot more about the instant speed lift rather than like.
And I mean, if we know something about Mel, it's that she is a big Rubik head.
Does like the Rubik. But it's on. Yeah, actually, no. The other team I think does play it as well. It could be, but it's not so good for them here. What do you look at here into the PA? I feel like Ursa is like the other just sort of like good carry.
Yeah.
But you can't
really. It's a nice coverage angle for potential Huskar as well at the end of the draft.
I feel like you really want to pick Rubik on Washed Authorities here because you can't really like Shaker and Magnus.
Yeah. There's no way it gets you let it through to next phase, right?
I think they do.
They do. They take the Abaddon instead, and I mean Abaddon's another great Rubik.
They don't even wait a second.
Literally frame one.
Think.
You can tell Mel was shouting about that one in the call.
Maybe shouting, maybe salivating. jaws dripping like a dog, seeing the prospect of being able to take. Like, there were no bad spells apart from
this
like
is it.
enchant totem.
Especially if it's
Yeah.
going to be a magic damage Magnus. This new taking the new shockwave on Rubik is
Yeah.
insane.
Oh,
You farm
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can take the new shockwave. You can take empower and empower your Rubik. Like, the only bad spell in the pool at the moment is enchant.
coil. Even then, enchant. I mean, yeah, actually, enchant totem is kind of purely bad now that they've taken out Biden Blast.
Yeah,
The old
the old enchanted Kanda. Yeah.
enchant totem Kanda Rubik.
Hey, idiot.
It was the Finn build. If you saw a core shaker on the enemy team, just pick Rubik, buy Kanda, and then just.
That sounds
Yeah.
terrible.
It was really good. It
Oh
would do like
man, I
1400
wish I
damage a
missed
go.
the techies. Who invited these
Ooh.
guys?
I like the techies pick. I was thinking about him. There's
I
not a
think
lot else.
Techies is uniquely really funny and good into Night Stalker, because he's one of the
Yeah.
only things that actually like can soft counter Night Stalker's like free movement, like mobility rain in a fight.
But they needed some damage to put into these like big control-y frontline heroes they've got. There isn't a lot of other options here.
I think Sand King stands out as damage, but he's also kind of the same hero as Earthshaker and the same hero as Magnus, so it's a bit awkward. SF stands out if you just want like damage and only damage. Likewise, Ursa.
I think I just run over. I still like the Ursa for them. I think.
Yeah,
And then you just put the Abaddon support. I think that's fine.
I think
Or
so.
the Shaker
Yeah, because
support.
I'm questioning if like position 1 Abaddon does enough damage to capitalize on Mag and Shaker, because he's
I
more
think
of like
it's
a run you
fine
down
here.
slowly kind of guy.
I think it like can run in and give vision for those guys. Ooh, Odie gives you some
It's
damage.
gonna be an OD.
Ooh,
Okay, so that we'll put what Shaker techies are your supports now.
I don't know
think
how
so.
I feel about
maybe
Odie.
Abaddon still.
Because like Night Stalker can really fuck you up. You don't do anything
Yeah.
into silences. And also, evasion is typically very good against OD, and PA just is the evasion hero.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I understand that it's a free Night Stalker game is something of a meme in IDL, but this is an insanely good NS pick as well. Like,
Yeah.
it's impossible to play like Shaker Light into 2000 flying vision, and especially because like almost every neutral item in the game now gives you like 200 to 500 night vision,
Yeah, the night
depending
vision
on like how
neutrals are
far into the
crazy.
game you are. Like Night Stalker, not only did he get buffed in the 738 patch, like as a hero in isolation, he was also buffed immensely by the fact that he could just have like night vision bonuses all game from his neutrals and go up to like 2300. I think it's like his night vision at like 30 minutes now. It's
What do
just
you
like
pick here as a
kind of
name?
Sand
impossible
King.
to play.
Oh,
Ooh.
that's gonna be a chomp hero, I reckon.
No,
It's
I
not-
think it's going to be
There's no
Daggy.
way it's
Daggy SK.
Yeah, Daggy.
like Matt. There's no way you don't put your best player on this Night Stalker, because it has a runaway game if it's played well, and I have a lot
Yeah.
of faith in Matt's ability to play it well.
Well, I think Daggy will just bring like 2 sentries to a lane, go Sand Shroud, and just like try and sit there invis and just draw the lane through virtue of
Yeah,
like sitting there invisible.
we get a real sleeper mid. Don't you dare put your camera there for more than 1 second, Edgar.
I love Sand King though.
We're gonna put you right to bed.
Dude, we said that last week, and then fucking Charlie just went and dived Nathan like right after we said it. We were like,
Yeah.
"Oh, sleeper lane, don't need to look there." Bam, instant kill.
Well, yeah. Maybe now I've spoken it into existence.
Any interesting facets over on Spleen Secret Source? That's always
Secret Source is fun.
and bouncing shockwave on the
Mainly
Magnus.
fun for rune contests, and I don't know how confident you're going to be. Like, NS is actually a really good hero at level 1 now, which is kind of the polar opposite to what he's been for his entire existence.
Yeah, but he's not good until the clock hits 0.
I guess. But like the reason why he's good is quite abstract, because like he now makes it daytime at the beginning, so all of your heroes can have like day vision while defending a cliff, which makes it actually really difficult to walk up into them.
Yeah, but if you smoke into them, then you'll see them before your smoke breaks, like a lot earlier. So
Yeah.
it makes level 1 smoke plays a lot better. when Night Stalker's in the game. But you gotta smoke. There's like walking up without smoking is kind of a waste of time. And you gotta be a bit careful placing your mid ward because they might just see you. Although they've warded like really wide. That doesn't even like see the lane. And after I say that, it does look like they're just gonna walk up without smoking. They're just going.
Yeah, no, there's no way this works. This is the staircase that is death. But I mean, they've managed to
they
win
don't
the
want
aura
fight.
trade at least.
I think they feel like the level 1 is too strong on Dire, and I think maybe they're right.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, it's a fair point, honestly. Like, I don't think you actually want to take the fight. It's just I don't think you're ever finding the fight if you just, like, walk up the blind cliff in the daytime without smoke.
Daggy's placed this ward in the middle of mid lane, and I feel like Nathan's already got a sentry, so, like... I think when you're playing an Invis hero, you don't want a ward like this. Because if they fight you for the sentry vision, they're just going to get your ward for free.
Yeah, I was gonna ask actually, because you mentioned the like very wide warding from Nathan, which is weird because like Odie isn't really a hero who particularly cares about runes, and I don't think you're at that much risk of being like early ganked from top.
Yeah, I feel like placing a mid ward can sometimes just be a bit too much of a like. I don't know. It's like the expected thing to do. It's just like, I guess I should have a mid ward, and then it's like you place a ward like this, and I just don't feel like it does anything for you. Like maybe it was better just not to have one.
Yeah, and especially because like Odie is one of these heroes that kind of thrives on having high ground vision, so that he can do his like obnoxious box stuff.
Yeah. But I think maybe he was thinking, like I was talking, like Daggy maybe shouldn't have placed this one. Nathan feels like there'll be a sentry battle for mid and didn't want to drop it in the middle of the lane. Because he's expecting there to be sentries in the lane. This top lane, like... I feel like this is actually not the easiest lane for the Night Stalker, at least.
Yeah, if you were going to construct something that can deal with the NS like early levels and like 5 minutes of nighttime, this would probably be it. Like a very resilient carry who can kind of weather the level 2 timing. You have a mega damage support who can dissuade any aggression and maybe even try some aggression of his own. But that said, they are kind of putting the hurt on him.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Maybe Night Stalker does just hit harder. Ooh, that does a lot of damage, though.
They also have a fun thing going on where the Aphotic and the Techies blast. I can never remember whether or not self-damage actually does damage into Armlet or into Aphotic Shield.
At least it pretty much always
throws you. It throws you straight into danger, which is still a useful thing to do when you're playing on Mephitic Shroud.
Yeah, for sure.
Harry in a lot of trouble there.
Ooh, Phil gets thrown on the tower in the other lane.
Actually, yeah. Maybe the trouble's the other way around. Phantom Assassin walks in, gets that last hit. Blood Grenade thrown out just to close the gap.
Yeah. No, nice little lift into tower. And now, yeah, just getting aggressive onto Adam. He's not got any points in skewer, can't get to safety. Are we just going to see that PA is actually a good laning hero now?
Yeah. He's on magic damage mag?
Yes.
Is he? Or
yeah, he is. Oh, he's not going corrosion on PA though.
Yeah, and also on the facet that's a little bit less good for laning. Like the funny knife thing is the way that you can normally, or that you can sometimes get a lane to snowball. Methodical really doesn't do anything at all until you're level 6. Adam's in trouble.
You don't need to though.
He definitely is.
Too hard.
Yeah, lift comes in. One more hit short probably will do it, but a nicely timed stun from Phil will manage to dissuade it just a little bit. Not quite enough though.
Oh, Nathan's placed his sentry mid, but actually doesn't catch the ward. That's funny.
It's really unlucky. It's so close.
That's quite funny. He just wants to have he just wanted the date vision of the Invis Sand King, which he will have like pretty much always from that.
Man, it's refreshing to see an Earthshaker not in mid.
Yeah, back to the good old support shaker. Have you noticed Phil's build on the shaker?
manages to dodge 2 enchant hits in a row, which is kind of funny, but...
Someone needs to tell Phil he's not in the mid lane with this skill build. Like, I don't know.
Oh, it works though.
Although...
You can't argue with the results.
True.
Yeah.
Don't need fissure, just hit them really hard.
I mean, it's actually, like, pretty smart, because PA's always going to be, like, up in the wave.
Yeah.
Yeah?
And the way that Ari's been playing, like, very kind of upfront and aggressive, it's actually a really interesting build.
Could also just be the fuck you, Rubik, I'm not going to take Fisher.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe he never skills it.
What if he just never skills it? Just...
Yeah, that's the old school, what was it, like... Who's... It's the Ice skill build. It's just, like, never skill any actives when you play against Rubik.
It's very silly.
The Aftershock only.
Ooh.
Oh.
Looking for the tower skewer there, but... couldn't
PA is
quite
one of the
find it.
heroes that can't really get tower skewered that well.
No, I mean, you dodge half the tower hits and then you blink out. It's a bit meaningless. Oh, and now we're at daytime. Let's see. So Matt has been doing pretty well in this top lane so far, but Lab is immediately abusing this.
Corky definitely going to go down, and now Matt into that range under the anti-heal, so he's definitely also going to go down here. Nicely played on the 5-minute timing.
Yeah, immediately. It's daytime. Why are you still up?
Yeah, bro, go to bed.
Oh,
Walks in front of the truck.
Okay. Oh, there's the Fisher.
There's the pointed fissure.
I do kind of like what he did though, because Fisher's so much mana. It let him trade like really nicely with this build in the early lane. I don't know. It intrigues me as a play. I kind of like it.
Yeah, it's nice to see some innovation, you know.
Yeah.
It's like, and it's nice to see like a position 4 shaker actually doing something as well.
yes.
Because like, Ed says yes because he's experienced it from me. They're like very useful shaker TM that's like second only to the very useful pudge where you just
is
kind of
just
like
Pudge,
stand in,
yeah.
you just stand in trees for like 4.5 minutes and then you
Ooh,
miss
thank
one
you,
fissure and that's your
you
lane.
did. With the ult.
Oh, so I just dropped the hammer.
Yeah, 2 imprison, 1 arcane orb, bang, drop the ult.
I'm sorry, Sand King, your brain's too small.
Yeah, outplayed, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Fucking insects.
What can you do? Yeah, Nathan is having a pretty dominant showing in this mid lane, but
Yeah, and I like to see the Midas and the quick buy. Because when you have this good of a start, it's only natural.
Oh, Lab's just
yeah,
going
I'm a big
straight
fan of
in on
Midas
Morty.
OD. I think
Repelled.
OD kind of
Certified a very
it.
cool hero, Abaddon.
Yeah, certified very cool hero.
I think I'm not sure Matt's got a last hit since he hit since it turned daytime. I feel like he's having such a tough time. He was really ahead, and now it's like
Yeah.
he's kind of
Well, I
lost
mean, like-
that whole lead.
And well, we were talking about like how this is a decent lane to break even at nighttime, right? And then it's so scary to walk up and try and get some CS into Abaddon techies now that they're not only stronger than you because it's daytime, but they're also stronger than you because they now have the level advantage.
Bot lane, all
this
sorts of stuff is
is-
happening.
Oh,
Bill's actually
right,
maxing out the enchant totem.
Really? Maybe he doesn't want to max
Radical.
Fisher. Like, don't give the Rubik max level Fisher, but I'd
Yeah.
have thought you'd take
I've-
Aftershock.
Yeah. The one that's actually impossible to steal.
Yeah, and like lets you farm better and do more. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I'm very surprised that he's managing to stay at max mana as well. But I guess it's the stick into PA is doing a lot of heavy lifting.
No, Nelson, I'm not a fan of OD, but I think if you're playing OD, you might as well buy a Midas because you're not going to do anything else anyway.
Yeah.
That is my position on this.
It'll
I
get you
do-
to your BKB hex maybe 5 minutes earlier. 15
Yeah.
minutes earlier. But yeah, I think going back to the NS, I think like it's a very critical hero in the draft, and so like having a promising start was nice, and now that it's kind of slowed down, I think you have to be a little bit worried. Because like the fights that you can take have to be around enemy cooldowns, right? Like I never. Whoa,
Whoa,
Malavik
just
applied under a
dying
lot
to
of
the
trouble here,
daytime
and
Night
now like
Stalker.
yeah, he doesn't have borrowed time yet. Dies to the daytime Night Stalker, and the taser coming out, trying to slow down this aggression a little bit, and it will actually be enough to send the Night Stalker away completely.
Yeah, doesn't want to use his ult for a support kill. Oh
Bot lane.
no.
Skewer
Spell Steal
stolen.
is up.
Mel trying to
Skewer
get
is
in
at the
front.
ready. They're trying to get the
Oh,
angles,
God,
trying to
God.
close the distance. We'll be able to
Oh,
run in, and
yeah.
there's the Skewer out of tower range. Dagger slow just allows Mel to get that other side.
This is where the fun begins. You've got level 6. Now the world is your oyster.
Secret
There you go.
sauce.
That's one to steal.
Oh, huge
Oh, no.
damage.
Oh, it's Sticky Bomb though.
Oh, it's like 3 points explosion.
Heads up.
It's-
Heads up from Sabato to not give away the 900 damage nuke. And a
happening
spirited
everywhere.
attempt, honestly. Like, he was very close to getting that. If it wasn't level 1 Sticky Bomb, like if he wasn't countering the Rubik, by only putting 1 point in Sticky Bomb, then I think he's definitely killing PA there. Smoke comes out onto the Shaker.
No, look at this play
Not
from
for a
Matt.
great
I love
deal of
this.
effect. And Matt making the movement all the way around the back. Ult and Crippling Fear coming in. OD forced to run away. There's no burrow and there's no void, so actually a very smart TP from Nathan will just allow him to fully retreat. Very
Very
nice.
catapult. Wait, don't. Is this not?
OD ult isn't one of these ones that does like a zillion billion damage to creeps, right?
No. No, I don't think it. It. No, I don't think it does that much to creeps. I'm not quite sure on the numbers, but it's.
Which is an interesting thing. Like, literally too stupid to die to OD ult.
Yeah, if it did kill creeps, I think we'd see people
Oh,
just like
lab
stack
getting gone on.
ancients for OD and then they just go and ult them.
Yeah.
He just
Certified
leaves the
very
ult.
cool hero Abaddon just
Yep.
leaves.
I mean, that was kind of always going to happen, but that is quite a long
Yeah.
cooldown now burnt. He has to be a little bit careful showing on this lane. And Matt's just found him.
Or just showing in the camp.
Oh, without the
Killer
NS ult,
Instinct
though,
is
this
up. I mean, there's no Night Stalker ulti, so it's going to be a little bit awkward to kind
he's
of
got no
continue
mana
the
for
chase
the
here, but they
bubble.
know that there's no borrowed time. It has to be now or never. But Phil has made the TP across, goes for another enchant totem to try to delay the aggression here. Matt playing between the lanes. There is an Echo Slam still to come out, but it's not inside of a wave or anything, so it's actually pretty limited damage. Adam also makes the rotation across. Shockwave comes in to pull in the Witch
Point.
Doctor, and the Skewer will finish it up.
I love Skewer, what a spell.
Yeah.
I love Skewer. I love that they made it do damage again instead of this like stupid ass push people into cliffs thing.
Well, it still kind of does that, doesn't it?
It does like it's
the
back to
shard now, is
rupture,
that?
and then it
Yeah.
also gets the trees
Yeah.
and cliffs.
And that's, I think, a good balance. Like, I mean, the shard is really fun on Magnus now. It makes it go so far.
Yeah, you got a bit of everything now.
Something that I have not checked is whether or not skewering people into fissure
Oh, does
I think
that count?
counts
Yeah.
as a cliff.
I think it will.
Does it work on Drow Ranger Glacier as well? Is that a cliff?
Yeah. Whoa,
I think it
lad.
will because I think it
Under a
distracts
lot
the
of trouble.
vertical
Night
movement
Stalker
of
ult
the
is going to
hero.
be popped, and there's a void in just a couple of seconds. Has to use the borrowed time preemptively, but now it's definitely no longer enough. Yeah, because like the interesting thing about Fissure is that it's a series of small walls. So like if you skewer
Oh, if you go
someone
like
down,
along
like
it.
if you skewer someone like along the length of a fissure, does it just like kill them instantly?
That's a very funny idea. I don't know. I'm not even 100% on it counting it, but I think it probably
I don't think it does.
You don't think it does?
I don't think it does. It's probably a similar interaction to... Oh, Death Ward comes in. I don't think that's enough damage put into the Maledicts.
It's like fuck. It's
Absolutely
like nothing. So we're not even close.
I mean, I don't know what to think, because I've seen Finn Witch Doctor, like, Maledict someone and right-click them once and do 6,000 damage, so... You know,
Yeah,
I
well, that'll be because
sometimes
Finn,
doubt my belief.
Finn has like manifested a spirit vessel at 8
Yeah.
minutes
Yeah.
into the game.
But yeah, like it's probably similar to like the spear and fissure interaction, where like you technically can spear people into fissure, but the actual wall hitbox is very small.
Yes.
Oh no, the cask!
Ooh, where's it gonna go?
Bounces just the wrong way and allows Saboteur to make the retreat, but he is going bravely back in. A nice defensive prison from Nathan will save the life of the Magnus for now, but it's not going to quite be enough. Maledict still applied, but Borky will go down in trade.
9-9, like 1k lead. This is very close. Very even early game.
Mel does currently have Fissure.
Uh-oh.
Ooh,
So there is a slam when this silence is over, but
yeah, but they got Nathan. That's a huge kill.
they're trying to take down. He will get it off. A nice defensive shield from Lab will buy just enough time for the Earthshaker. That's a nice couple of kills off the back of that, and a nice turn up from the Abaddon.
Oh right, you gotta put the 5th point in it. Yeah. Yeah, but I think finding the kill onto Nathan is the big one there. It's like anything to
And I
slow
mean,
this
like
OD down.
Like we were saying, the OD into Phantom Assassin matchup is like very one-sided as the game goes later.
Yeah, the hammer will do a lot of damage to PA, but that's kind of all
will.
you do. Or you buy like MKB on OD, which is kind of sad, but probably necessary. I don't.
Has to be done this game, I think so.
Like you could go Bloodthorn, but I don't know. It feels a little weird on OD.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they both feel a little weird.
But the attack speed's not. I don't
This
know.
is when like they 2 patches down the line they make it, have like a level 20-25 talent, which is like Arcane Orb True Strike.
Oh god, that sounds horrid.
Ooh.
I really hope they don't do that. Don't.
Or like there's some sort of random throwaway patch that's like all pure damage bypasses evasion, and everyone's like that doesn't mean anything. And then
All auto casts now have True Strike. Okay, Drow Ranger. Okay, Viper. Funny that I mentioned Drow Ranger and Viper, who are like the 2 people who go through Blur anyway. Whoa, Saboteur. A wild jump in from way downtown, completely off the mark.
I think Matt ulted to
But
go
it
for that.
hasn't been enough to bait out
Everyone
the... It's a nicely placed Death Ward as well. Lab
Great
definitely
Death
going to be
Ward.
taken down to the borrowed time, and Chomp doing the Lord's work, zoning this Magnus all the way away. Skewer not going to be anywhere near long
nice
enough. And the RP has to be committed, but it might actually save his life, as the borrowed time is in. A shield as well. Nice epicenter from Daggy. Tries to clean up a little bit of this fight, and the big hammer takes out the Night Stalker, takes out the SK. And the shield to follow up will take out the Witch Doctor as well. A triple kill for La Gelée.
Nathan turns them all into goo with one button press.
Yeah,
Yeah.
your
Glorious
mind has
stuff.
exploded.
OD ult does just.
He
Yeah,
looked
my
into the
damage
future and
recap.
found like an equivalent Dodgine GIF for each individual player, and it like did fatal psychic damage.
He banned them from the IDL spuriously.
Yeah.
In the meantime, Ari did clear up the top lane tower. I mean, he's very rich at this stage of the game.
He is.
He is still seeing him
Rather
just
rich.
behind Nathan, but he's very close. This is just the boring new PA common, but it's not even new anymore.
The
Standard
Sanjayasha.
PA. Haha, I don't
The
actually need
old
to buy
one,
any
the old
damage
new
items.
normal. Yeah.
What if I just bought like all defensive items and still killed you in 3 hits?
It's just not that fun to play. Just play the other facet, buy a Desolator.
Yeah, it is more fun. It's probably worse, but it's
Yeah.
more fun.
It's so much more fun.
It is strange, isn't it? How like a lot of these kind of hero item identity combos, like PA with Deso, have all like changed so dramatically, and yet like AM still is exactly the same.
AM has not changed item build.
There's the axe now. People go like third, fourth item
True.
axe.
Yeah.
I guess.
And also there's that other weird anti-mage where it's like Vanguard Diffusal or just like straight Diffusal.
I think,
Which is only played by Smurfs, really.
I think
Vanguard
Valve made a
Diffusal and
push.
lose the game in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Valve was making a push, I think, to try and like increase like options on heroes and build diversities.
Yeah.
Like, that's what facets are for,
I mean,
right?
it's like I can see the intention. It's just like it's a bit funny when they're like ostensibly trying to improve more options, and what they change it to is just instead of buying Deso every game, PA buys SMY Satanic every game.
Well, I
Yeah.
just like it because it's like, oh, this is my assassin, but she's just got like
8,000 health.
8,000
by
health.
survivability.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like renamed to Phantom Barbarian for pressing ceremonial reasons.
Yeah, one of those hitman levels
Whoa,
where you have to
Gecko.
use the giant
Big
sword.
Slam in from Phil.
Oh,
The
what an
RP.
RP.
The follow up. Oh,
Damn.
huge jump in from Phil. I didn't even see his approach angle there.
He just walked up the lane, I think.
Yeah,
Oh, that
yeah,
was a sick
that's
wombo
second half.
combo, though. Like,
Yeah.
RP
Going for
into...
going for a lovely evening swim up the river, and then he's like, "Ooh, a free triple kill."
Yeah.
Well played, Phil,
It's
and
always
well
fun when
played,
you just
Adam.
watch all the big ults get dropped one after another like that.
So Adam's level 10, and he still only has 4 points in Shockwave.
Oh,
Is this
interesting.
the thing?
This is not
Or
a
does he
thing.
not know that he has to level it to level 5?
Maybe is it like an anti-Rubik strategies to the extreme? Just
It
Oh,
might
interesting.
be.
That would be really funny.
actually, I don't need to give Rubik a returning shockwave. I don't need my shockwave. I'm just gonna have him power.
Actually, I
Maybe-
could see that. Like,
No.
because Magnus will always use Skewer better than Rubik will use Skewer. I think that's not like an unfair assessment.
Oh, that's fair.
But it's just a bit of a question now of like, okay, do I want to play facetless Magnus?
Yeah, why
Or-
don't they take the other facet? And
Okay, he's
just...
put the 5th point in it.
There
There
you go.
I think
talking
the
about
rather
it
than
now.
play facetless Magnus just out of spite.
Oh,
yeah.
Nightstalker
Goes in.
diving deep between the towers. Saboteur goes in for that big blast to try and buy a little bit of time. Epicenter has been rolled up now. And the Burrow Strike and Sandstorm are in on top of Nathan. He's not going to be anywhere near tanky enough to survive that. And the damage coming in, Borrow Time already committed and expired, so Lab also has to run away. Chomp wants more, wants to chomp this Shaker up, but doesn't quite have the damage yet. A blink forward from the Sand King and a lift back from the Rubik will claim the life of the Abaddon. And Phil runs away.
Yeah. Tricky. Nathan's just not quite reached that point where he can like survive the initiates yet. He needs this pike.
It's Pike instead of BKB.
I think it's probably pike then BKB.
yeah. Pike's so essential to Night Stalker, isn't it? And Sand King, I suppose. And PA.
Yeah, like
I
I mean
can't-
that's the thing, right? It's like I would have thought BKB would be a higher priority because like yes, you could
True.
force staff away once and then you get lifted
Yeah.
or you get burrowed or you like Night Stalker just keeps running at you, right?
Yeah.
Whereas like you BKB and like stand your ground law.
But then also,
The moves.
yeah, but then also, like, you kind
What a
of
sick TP from
need to do a long
Borky.
duration.
That was
one.
really cool. Yeah, yeah. I guess there's an aspect of that. It's like that's always the argument that makes you like throw a game though. It's like, oh, I don't
Yes.
want my BKB that early.
Yeah.
I think he does just want it because they blink you and then you just BKB turn around, hit them
I
all.
have
and they
2,000
die.
gold.
They found Ari.
They did find Ari. I mean, a long distance blink down the river, but the harpoon comes in, tries to claim a little bit of distance,
nice
and the
RP.
RP comes in just on the edge.
Wow, so quick from Adam to not give away the RP
Yeah.
there as well.
Yeah.
Mel was looking for it and just
That was-
gets in power. I mean, it doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
no, that
ultimately,
was
'cause he
elite,
dies
'cause
straight
that was,
away,
like,
but
That was right at the brink of the RP radius as well to catch that
Mm.
Phantom Assassin. And then, yeah, like you say, lightning fast in power follow up. Really heads up. Well played, Adam. We saw.
yeah, Adam's playing so well this game.
Yeah. Oh, I love just dropping the RP for the PA kill as well. Like no
Yep.
hesitation.
Uh-oh, Phil in trouble.
Phil,
top.
no!
He forces the ulti out of Matt though. That's a long
does,
cooldown
yeah.
for a support kill. I don't think Phil's too unhappy about it. 650 gold for Phil.
It's quite a lot, isn't it?
That
Yeah, well,
feels...
That slam.
He cleaned up like basically a full triple kill in that fight in the river, so I guess he has been kind of richy rich.
I guess there was a little kill streak in that, but even so, that's a lot of gold.
What was pretty cool there though from Phil is that like the thing that forced the Night Stalker out was the fact that he like fissured at the Lotus Pool and then kind of like zigzagged through it because he has the shard now.
Yeah, it was nice
And because
to
it
play.
went like Lotus Pool to like map edge, you can't really walk around it or behind it. And so whichever side Matt like ended up on, Phil could just be on the other side.
Yeah, no, he played it really nicely. Like, I think
Man, I
it's
love
a lot of the
Shaker.
time. If you don't play that like just as well as he did, then Matt just kills you without even ulting. And like now Matt doesn't have ult, you can see he's like backing off to his own side of the map. He doesn't feel as
Yeah.
confident playing aggressively on the enemy side.
I mean, it's only what 45 seconds of daytime left. Of
Of
nighttime
nighttime left, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like it's like he may have got the fill kill, but it's definitely like killing their tempo a little bit now. And potentially, if they know it's
closing
down,
in.
like this would be a great time to see a smoke play come out from Washed Authorities, knowing
Yeah.
the NS ult is on cooldown and it's gonna turn. It's not gonna
Yeah,
be a huge
it's a
window
little bit
there,
awkward
but
timing because
Oh, they
like,
see
Adam
Ari jumping
obviously-
mid.
Oh, Ari! Those creeps definitely bled to death in the river, so they're a little bit
wait.
cautious.
Adam's not well blink. He's just going like harpoon rush.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I can see the argument because I think it's always a little bit of like will they won't they when you have a Magnus with a blink and a Shaker with a blink. It's like who wants to be the one to go in first.
Yeah, you've got
Right.
someone else as
And
a
I
blink.
Oh, Phil, watch out!
It's also just nice to have a couple of harpoons. Like, it's going to make these fights really chaotic. And if we were like
Yeah.
a Night Stalker who just wants to stick on someone and you get pulled out of the way twice by two different people, it's
Well-
going to be kind of annoying.
Yeah, a Night Stalker likes to go sort of in and out of fights, so now if you go in, you're probably not getting out again. Which is
I just had
awkward for
a
him.
vision in my head of like Shaker gets thrown onto the high ground by Roche, and then he like spitefully throws a fissure across the river and like blocks his pathing.
And then you just walk back out in front of him.
Yeah.
Walkie's a little bit
Invisory
trapped.
claimed
Oh, not quite trapped.
by the
Okay.
Shaker.
Prison is a
Has
nice
put in
spell to
prison
have on
just the
Rubik.
Rubik spell at the moment. That's really annoying.
Oh,
Night
they-
Stalker ult is committed, so they do get a lot of vision. It's a huge approach angle from Phil if he can close the distance here with his Invisory. Eyes on the Shaker, looking for an entrance. Won't be able to find one just yet. Night Stalker, BKB committed deep in the backlines, trying to chase down the techies. Disarming Taser has been popped and will claim the life of that techies. But the Epicenter blink in, trying to just 1v1 against this OD, but it's not going to work. Phil has to make the last minute TP retreat, and the Void comes in, cancels out that channel. Will be enough to claim that kill as well. So
my
Chomp on the
Where's
warpath.
Lab?
trying to
Lab's
take
still
out the
here.
support of the Lab.
Yeah,
Lab
still
just
has
fucking
ult as
approaches
well.
from stage left. The scene's not over, bro. I say when we're
Oh.
over, and we'll be able to take out the Night Stalker at the end of the fight.
I completely lost track of Lab. He started that fight by coming in from a strange angle and then continued to be there.
I
While the
knew
rest
he
of
was
the
like
fight
off screen for the
Bro,
fight, but I
bro,
couldn't
did you
zoom
hear-
out far
did you hear
enough.
End scene
Yeah.
directed
back,
in
yeah.
they cut, bro. You're still live.
Yeah, big swing in Dire's favor there. That's gonna be first tier 2 going the way of Dire.
Looks like it.
And is Nathan? Yeah, Nathan's gonna have got to BKB off. Wait, yeah, okay, thank God. I thought he was going
Yeah,
Ags
yeah,
instead of
will be.
BKB. I was gonna be very worried.
But like, I think the Washed Authorities draft here is really interesting because eventually your mag will have a blink, right? And then you
Yeah.
have this really nice kind of like Abaddon just kind of wanders in, everybody please go on me, and then like once people oblige and go on Abaddon, then you have a blink RP and a blink Echo. But they've played these early fights. Fissure comes up the high ground. Borky in a lot of trouble as the bombs come out. Bombs are flying, and the defensive lift away will be able to close the distance. But in the meantime, Roche goes the way of La Gelée. But like they've played these early fights really nicely, where kind of your sacrificial pos 4 Shaker has been the one to go in. He might not get the ideal Echo, but he gets enough time for the better RP to come in,
Yeah.
which I think is really
Like
important.
last fight, Lab just sort of wandered in and kind of forced the Night Stalker out right at the start, which made like Nathan's fight and the Magnus's fight and stuff a lot more playable. 'Cause it was
Yeah.
like Night Stalker wasn't sort of looking around the edges; they knew where he was, and Lab was right next to him.
Pretty huge timing at the moment, but the aphotic shield now is the spell on Rubik.
Yeah, there's a
Could
lot to
potentially be
purge
pretty
with
huge
that.
because there's also There's also a very early shard pickup, and lens actually is the item from Mel. So playing very, very defensively in terms of itemization and spell stealing.
They're just going
Gotta
up the high
question if it's
ground.
gonna be enough though.
This high ground feels difficult.
Yeah, I mean, Harry has got
Yeah.
BKB now. He can show up to this.
It's just like there's just a sandstorm on the high ground, and Night Stalker's gonna have such free reign if you're all just
Yeah.
like gathered around this high ground push. Okay,
Like Abaddon
Lab
can-
is going back.
They got rid of the curse damage on buildings, right? In C patch.
Was that Mel just drew that little like circle around the rest of the enemy team, just like
They are exactly here.
it was like a really small circle that just grabbed all of them.
Pokemon Ranger practice coming
Yeah.
in clutch.
Oh man, I love Pokemon Ranger. Dude, what an insane mechanic, right? It's like we've invented basically the first handheld console with a touch screen, and we're gonna make it a game that is just about drawing circles.
We're gonna make so many kids break their DS screen.
Yeah,
We're gonna
And
make a
also
really
the styluses.
frustrating game that like necessarily involves like frantically scratching.
hard pressure on a
Yeah.
delicate touch screen, yeah. And like lots and lots and lots. We're gonna not only are we gonna break their touch screens, we're also gonna give them like horrible RSI. Smoke up the triangle. Eyes open for the initiation. They're gonna try and find something. The Chomp Ult is already out. Flying Vision sees these little techies running away, and it's a nicely
no.
placed vision. But the pull back over the edge. Saboteur in a
No
lot of trouble. The
way.
Ghost Scepter and TP away, but the Void comes in to cancel it right at the end. Oh man,
There was a moment
it
I thought
looked
that
so
TP was going to
promising.
go off.
It looked so promising. The Great Escape, the Ape Escape was almost there. The really, really nicely angled fissure from Phil, but Mel, eyes open, lift was up.
But it is still dire with Aegis. I'm curious. Maybe they just go with Techies respawn? I'm not sure. I also
It's
not
feasible.
Sure if
Like
Nathan's
now that
aggressive,
you know that there's no NS ult, I think you're fairly comfortable.
Yeah.
But the thing that makes it slightly awkward is the fact that you've still got 3 minutes of natural nighttime.
But he's just like he's so much stronger in his ult than just in natural nighttime. I
Yeah.
think it's still worth making the go of that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe they're happy to just farm. Maybe they feel like they outscale. But I'm not sure about this Ags on Nathan. I'm a little bit worried he
I
needs
think
his like
you-
true strike item soonish.
Yeah, I think they definitely seem to have like tempered expectations in terms of like we've been winning these fights with the caveat that Phantom Assassin hasn't been in them, right?
Yeah,
Like
that's
Nathan's a
true.
good enough player to understand that that is a huge difference maker.
I mean, yeah, there's every possibility that Ari starts showing up and just squishes everybody with his first
Yeah,
BKB.
yeah, like techies will die instantly. Shaker will basically die as soon as he goes in. There's
Yeah,
no
always like
progress so far on
22.
things like Solar Crests and AC, as far as I'm aware.
No, I don't believe
Um,
so. Do a quick. I think I saw a Halberd being queued up on Phil. Yeah, so that's, but obviously not useful when the BKB's going. And like, there's reactive tasers, kind of something. Goes up to there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh wait, there's a
so-
fucking fight happening mid.
Oh, there is a big
So that
fight
was
going
actually-
on. Nathan deep in the sandstorm. Daggy will be able to make that blink away, but the blink forward from Nathan, I think it was actually Hurricane Pike, will be able to take out this Witch Doctor. It's a double kill for the Abaddon.
Okay, that
That's
is
the
Aegis
expiring
out.
there. So one thing with the PA is very rich, but same sort of story as last game. No nullifier, which means that these supports are actually going to be quite annoying to lock down. There's a Force Staff
Yes.
and on one. There's a Force Staff and a Ghost Scepter on the other, and
Well-
then Nathan also has a Force Staff.
Well, and like
Yeah.
two of the cores
And-
have saves, right? Because there's the bubble and the shield.
Yep.
So it's like, I don't know, lots of
Yeah,
lots
I,
of
th- I think I
problems.
saw Nullifier in the Night Stalker quick
Yes.
Yep.
buy.
Yes, he is
yeah,
closing
he's
in
always
on
got
that.
them.
Which will be pretty massive.
Oh,
I
Lab
think
showing
honestly,
bot in front of two cores. They're going to go for him here.
They,
oh, Lab in a lot of trouble. The break daggers come out nicely layered with the silence. There's no escape from that.
yeah, we didn't
Yeah,
really talk
cool.
about that. The break with the silence combo.
Yeah, nothing you can do there. No BKB out on the Abaddon currently.
No. Okay, that's
Will he fall foul of the same error?
yeah, a little bit like last
I mean,
game.
he's Orchid and Javelin into the Bloodthorn, so do you think that's enough to say, I'm committed, I have to get 3,000 gold before I'm buying a BKB?
I think he just needs to be more careful with his Manta style usage because the PA fan of knives is dispellable.
Yeah, and I think that's a wake-up call more than anything. It's like,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah,
they have the means by which they can kill me, I have the means by which I can defend myself.
Yeah, you just gotta be a little bit more careful, I think. I don't think you have to overreact to that happening again. I think that's like hard to execute and easily save.
Oh, Nathan gone on.
Banishment comes out. They've got eyes on this Nathan OD, but it was a pretty egregious and overzealous blink forward from Daggy, but the Sandstorm Invis. Fade time just comes in. The blink forward and the dust is there from Phil, but it's too little and too late. That projectile has already been disjointed.
Oh,
Enough of a wake-up call to make the full retreat away, though. Back across the river they go.
Should he have just dropped the hammer on that one?
Yeah.
Tough call to make.
It's an awkward conversation to have with yourself, right? It's like, do I want to commit my 8,000 damage nuke to do 50 damage to one hero?
Yeah, I think I would have. Yeah, I mean, obviously it would have been probably worth doing it, but I can get why you'd not wanna do that. But yeah, it's a little bit too slippery. Does make it out. What's Nathan going? Nathan's going Parasma. Okay, that's fair. I think he does need a bit more damage. Well, I don't know. He just hit pretty hard into the Sand King, but he's gone for like a very defensive 3 items, so I think upping his aggressive potential a touch is nice. Ooh,
there's an
wait,
argument to be
Harry's
made
kind of
as
walking
well
into the wall here. I think they see him.
He really
Oh, you
is.
can
They
see
need
him,
to
but they
just
can't
close a
target
little
him.
bit more distance.
Oh, the bubble.
What a
Caster
cool
gets it
spell
down as
Blur
well.
is.
I like this iteration of Blur.
I like
think
it
it's
more than the
interesting.
old ones.
Yeah. Oh, they're going in on Nathan here.
He is very aggressive. The methodical crits are coming out thick and fast. The shield comes in. Can they keep him locked down for just long enough until he can get going? But the BKB comes in, and that's going to be
Big
enough.
RP.
The RP goes out onto 3 of them. They were all in their BKBs already, so that's a lot of stun duration already eating up through it. But the Magnus, so squishy, will just die to the Death Ward. The Shield Maiden trying to get his way out of here. Lab, the borrowed time already has expired now, so he's left high and dry, just cleaned up by the Night Stalker.
Pretty good first show up for Ari there. This is his first time kind of
Yeah.
running up to a big fight, and it works incredibly well for his team.
Yeah.
I will admit that was a lot of bashes for like 3 hits. And Nathan can't be that happy about it.
Oh, he says Snapsies.
Oh, who's he
Oh, yeah,
snapsing? Oh,
KGA.
Matt.
The KDA maxers.
Yeah, I felt like Nathan very nearly got out of that last fight.
It really did. Yeah, no, I think
He didn't get the ult off either.
the eternal question is, does it come down to bashes, right? Because there were definitely a number of occasions where he could have got his like BKB pike away, reset the fight for himself, but he was like bashed straight out of the blink and then bashed almost straight out of the bash.
Yeah, he got stunned
And
up
then-
a lot. There were times where he could have. I think the tough choice is like, do you bubble yourself in those situations just to come
Yeah.
out in the same spot in 4 seconds? Like, is that worth it?
Yeah.
Is it not? He went for this like BKB run plan, which I think was maybe the right call, but then like just walked into Matt on the way out. But like, I think it proves that even like Ari jumping him, he just gets the big butt barrier, and it was like, he's not an easy hero to bring down,
Yeah, absolutely.
and that doesn't take much.
And
going differently.
another huge RP from Phil there, but just like
Oh,
didn't quite have the damage to follow up with it. And I think that's a risk of this Magic Magnus is you kind of press all your spells and then it's a bit of a question mark whether or not you come out the other end or not.
I think the big spike will be the Abaddon finishing his Bloodthorn. I think then we will see heroes start to evaporate. Like, Bloodthorn
Yeah,
is always such a big damage
I would
spike.
like to see Adam pick up an AC. The prison into the proxy mines. Chomp ult is already out. Harpoon and Nullifier. Down goes the techies immediately. Nom, 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 nom. But the epicenter in from the Daggy Diffinator. The Bow Strike is there, but there's no Sandstorm to follow up. The OD Hammer is dropped, and down goes the Night Stalker, actually. There's a big channel Death Ward in. Saboteur actually bumps the cliff on the Suicide Squad. That's a fun interaction. Ari wandering the map, full health still. Lab is ended the borrowed time now and
Harry's
tries
so
to...
large here.
Yeah, no,
He's in charge.
he does seem to be in charge. Ghost Scepter is committed, and this is a Techie's buyback, so once he's dead for a while.
Oh, yeah, Sabta bought back into that one. Man, Ari
Yeah,
is just can't kill him.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
Doesn't even take
he,
damage. Like,
he took 0 damage that fight.
it did kind of look that way. He probably healed through some of it, but
Yeah.
there's not a lot of magic burst for him. It's kind of like they need this Bloodthorn. Nathan's gone for like no True Strike options, so he just can't really touch Ari. And Abaddon's like, I don't know, 1,000 from this Bloodthorn. I'm not sure.
And it was quite unfortunate, Sabata getting bumped on the cliff.
Stuck on the high ground. Phil's found a nice little funny Fisher angle there.
It is. I mean, he's
I mean,
as stuck as
it's-
a PA ever is, but...
Well, yeah, but it was still cool. I liked it.
Still, it's nice to see the angles.
Ooh, smoking out was 3, not even waiting for the full respawns here. What are they looking? What do they think they see? They don't have any vision. This is radiant vision in the triangle. They see Mel. Mel's
Maybe.
good job. Mel's just kind of stopped. Oh wait, they
Mel
see
is
Matt.
also chilling with a mana
Oh, no, Matt
draft.
just like walks out. Ah, this mana's good. Well,
Oh, it's a mystical mana draft. It's a level 3 mystical
that's
mana
a
draft.
lot of mana.
That is a lot.
And they're on the frugal filch. Like they're like.
I do not wish to spend mana.
Oh, they spent like a second looking at that thing.
Yeah.
No, it's nice.
IDC reading Timeless Ceremony.
I mean,
Exactly.
it probably was the
Yeah.
best one. I didn't really get time to see them.
I mean, you can't say no to more
Yeah.
debuff duration and
Yeah,
spell
you
out
know,
for
choice of
Rubik.
one.
Yeah.
Alright, that's gonna be an Aegis for Ari. Just like that. And a banner. Someone, yeah, got that heal.
The theoretical banner. Am I surprised that they didn't put Aegis on Matt?
Nah.
Not really, because he's a transformation hero.
Ari's like carrying this game.
Yeah.
You give it to Ari.
Yeah, it's just like,
That's-
is he...
How are they going
I
to
mean,
kill
the
him the first time?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
it could
eternal
happen.
question is, how do you kill him the first time? But you
Well-
know that as soon as they don't give him the Aegis, he goes down by about 6,000 effective
Whoa.
HP. Phil, nicely timed on that enchant totem, and then the Force Staff away and the blink away.
They don't have the Bloodthorn on the
He will
Abaddon,
escape.
so I think the PA becomes a little bit more killable with that finished. I think you've now got like a way of killing PA. It's not, you know, there are some problems that stand in the way. You obviously can't just press the button and get
There's
the kill,
Aegis.
but it's, you know, because they've also got the Satanic, but it's like if you get them in an RP or something with the Bloodthorn, like there's things.
And it's
That
a
long
Rubik Fissure again.
That is a long Fisher.
Oh.
There's too many good Rubik spells this game. They're gonna
It
have
also
some to-
costs. It also costs what? 37 mana. Is that? 47. For those who
yeah,
are watching the
nothing.
stream, that's not because I can't read numbers. It's because I'm watching the stream separately.
Yeah, he's got the Discord stream.
I do know the difference between the number 3 and the number 4.
Is that banner too far back? That looks really far back. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it's far too far back.
It certainly
Whoa,
is.
up on the high
Oh,
ground.
Adam shows for just a second, and
Ouch.
he is down immediately. First name on the list, first name off the team. Lab is trying to make something happen. It's dueling fissures behind the barracks. Big shield will be popped from Nathan, but the BKB is almost over now. They're trying to find a way to take down this PA just for the first time, and the fissure comes in, clips onto everybody, and down
they got
goes
Nathan.
Nathan. As a result, Satanic is popped, and now Ari back up to absolutely full health. Lab tries to just live a little bit longer, but he
Oh,
will
the stun,
go
the
down
cask.
very
the
soon. The
stolen Lab.
legendary cask comes in from Borky,
Gonna die.
bouncing all around. The OD prison, just a
Oh!
whole...
Okay. That's still just Aegis. Like, how do you do it again?
9 seconds away. There's probably some stuns to follow up. The BKB, it's come off the backpack cooldown now, and now Nathan has to run away back to the fountain. Lab will not be so lucky. Fisher comes in, that's your Bloodthorn dead, and now PA is completely invincible once again. Okay, so
It's
that's
just
why
the
you
two
put
of them,
Aegis on your
though.
PA.
Mag is respawning. I think they didn't really get any buildings off of this. They got some big
They
buybacks, but no
did
buildings.
not.
Like the Nathan buyback is pretty huge,
Mhm.
and like Bill buyback is also pretty good, but no buildings, and also still no blink on this Magnus. He's just going like Kaya Sanj. Okay, Matt wants something here though. But
Stalker ult. Come here, Odie, you little gremlin. Nullifier will come
2
out
seconds
under the
on
cover of the
ACP.
crippling fear. Has to be force staffed away.
Go on, get him.
Harry blinks in, walks out, blinks even more out. Dagger thrown out just to dissuade the further aggression.
Kind of surprised they were able to walk back out of that one.
Yeah.
I thought they'd try and keep them in a bit more, but I mean, it is scary. They are like the two big heroes on Radiant. Like, even without the rest of the team, those Matt and Harry together are just pretty scary. What's Harry? Okay, Harry's just like 6-slotted looking to eat nags. Well, he's not even finished his Abyssal yet, but maybe he's not a believer
Yeah,
in the
but
double
I mean,
Sanj build.
Double Sanj is so irrelevant now. Like, because it used to be like, oh, I don't want 2 Sanches because I don't want to inefficiently stack status resistance.
Yeah, but now it's
like,
like I don't want to
spend...
inefficiently stack like some slow resistance or something.
Yeah, it's like I don't want to spend 2,000 gold to not get status resistance from my second Sanj, and now it's like I don't want to spend 2,000 gold to get what, like a little bit of lifesteal amp. Oh no.
Yeah, like it's just HP. Just, like, imagine you're buying that much HP, it's fine.
Surely it's not mana draft again, Adam. You
No,
maniac.
surely. Dude, get a mind breaker. Only all the others are good.
Get your like alert ceremonial, right? Like 300 night vision when you're playing against NS on Magnus feels kind of insane.
I would probably have got that. He's got the mana thing, which is, I like that one often, but I think night vision is too good against Night Stalker. Oh, Nathan's going for Hex. I like that. I think that might be like if he manages to get there, that'll be their PA answer. He needs to be careful being this far out of base though. Like, they know he doesn't have buyback. Nathan's the one they want. Maybe he's a little bit too hard to kill though. He's got a lot of defensive
long-range
tools.
prison out from the Rubik.
I love how long the
Man,
Rubik
that
one
lasts
lasts.
quite a while.
Yeah, it's like
Sit in the corner and
that's
think about what you've done, OD.
if it lasted 20% longer.
And the rest.
Oh, you don't get Debuff Amp on the.
It's tied to spell steal.
Oh, it's not spell steal now. Oh, it is. I thought he still had some somewhere, but I was just like...
Yeah, no, like he gets mana cost reduction, spell amp, cast range, cooldown reduction, and debuff amp.
No, that makes
He
sense.
gets like literally every metric in the game by which you can improve a spell. Rubik will now get on his stolen spells,
Yeah.
which is actually really cool.
No, I was pretty sure he had some, and then I read Arcane Supremacy and was like, where did it go?
Yeah.
No,
Because it used to be on Arcane Supremacy, and then it was it made just like telekinesis too good.
Yeah.
It was just like a 3
scale how they
second
wanted it
single
to.
guy stun into a 3 second AoE stun. It was just like ridiculous.
Yeah, and I guess if you tried to shift the numbers, it would just make telekinesis too bad without Arcane Supremacy. Yeah.
No, it's a
that
happy
makes
medium
sense.
because now it's definitely like he feels like he has his own little tricks, and he then just takes your stuff and does it way better in every way.
Yeah, I think Rubik's in a nice spot.
Which is like, I think Rubik's in a nice spot is a funny thing to say after that entire bit of discourse was started by Nathan being prisoned for 7 seconds.
Yeah, I think that's what
Fine. It's
Oh,
fair
I
fine.
guess
allowance.
I'll go and make a sandwich. Could be worse. You know,
yeah,
prison could have
that's
2
fine.
charges or something.
65 Curse of Avernus attack speed bonus. That sounds decent, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't think you're especially stressed and pressed into getting the Battle Fury and AoE Mist Coil.
Dude, Aaron's like close to hitting level 30. That's crazy. He's eating the moon shard before the Ags, which is understandable. We've got any other 25. Start Ascension cooldown. Oh, we've got, yeah. I guess Sanity's a clip for all the old damage. Cooldown. I guess that makes sense because like this is how you're killing like PA. Right, click on right here. So you're killing like PA and finishing people off. Oh, Adam.
Oh, stricken out.
Yeah, just got slowly clicked down.
Yeah.
You hate to see a brother get stricken out.
Have they got an assault cuirass yet on the Dire?
No.
They do not on the Dire,
No,
but NS has one.
Yeah.
So they have -1 ACs.
Yeah, you got to get that level back up to 0.
Yeah,
the
mines though.
The bombs. Oh, Job in a lot of trouble. The BKB has to be popped defensively, but down it goes the Abaddon. Magnus buyback has been committed, but the blink's being cancelled away by this epicenter. It's doing huge AoE damage into this Magnus. Can he find an angle? He's trying to find something, but he's blocked by creeps. He can't get in. And now Nathan, under heavy fire from the PA, and it's a nice RP, comes in. Nathan, you have to just pour some damage in, and the slam follow-up. Can they get...
Stolen slam!
There's a big slam stolen by Mel. A lot of damage comes in. They will be able to take out the Magnus. That's dieback number 1. OD under a lot of heavy fire, but that's actually 4 deaths on the side of the Gamers Gaming. So much happening there.
That was chaotic, yeah.
Yeah, what a stolen slam though in that fight.
Yeah, and like, they coordinated popping Lab before he got his ult off again at the start of that fight. Like, he actually got the silence break combo again. Which is, I didn't think they'd pull that off a second time. I was like, that seems kind of hard to do, but...
Yeah.
They got there. And then, yeah, Nathan just, like... lives too long. It's like I feel like Ari has to commit BKB to try and kill Nathan, and then it just pops the ult, and it's like Ari's using his BKB for the OD ult, for the OD Ags, which is like it doesn't. I'm not sure it's quite worth it for him, but they also need to deal with him somehow. So I'm not quite sure.
Well, these are the kind of situations where being able to just crit the OD twice in a row would be very useful. But unfortunately, he's far too methodical for that.
Well, I do think when Nathan gets this hex, it's gonna feel very strong.
It certainly will.
It was Lab and Saboteur at that time. Okay.
Yeah. And I mean,
and Magnus.
for what it's worth, right? I think a lot of the advantageous start to that fight for the Dire was from Saboteur's bomb placements in the base as well, because like like Matt tried to do his like start the fight by just ulting and going on the lowest health guy he can see, blinks up the high ground and instantly loses 3/4 of his health to bombs.
Yeah, he really did. 3,000 bomb damage when he went in.
Yeah, which is a strange thing to do, right? Like land-based ordnance killing something that is flying.
Yeah, when you put it that way. No.
Surface to air.
I think at this point into a Techie's lineup, you should expect it, though.
I think Techies having surface to air missiles would be very funny. Like, they only do damage to flying units, like a fucking air defense in Clash of Clans. But like, they just like instantly kill anything that's flying. Goodbye, Winter Wyvern. Goodbye, Night Stalker. Goodbye, Ags DK. Get out of here.
I'm not sure that's how I want my Dota game to be balanced. But it is a funny idea. Ari has eaten the Ags. He is fully slotted. Like,
until it's time for Dr. Divvy to make an appearance.
Ditch of the Boots, get a Rapier.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Pray for the Stygian Desolator at 60.
I'm not sure he wants to risk it. I think he just wants to keep playing with buyback. Like, I'm not sure what you ditch Boots for.
He only needs to get another 12,000 gold, and then he has a Rapier and buyback and backup Rapier.
yeah, that's probably is what you're playing for, which is kind of insane to say.
Check the clock. It's a Watched Authorities game.
You could also buy Matt a Moonshard, which I think is like quite reasonable.
You could. But then it's like
More night vision on the Night Stalker.
more night vision on the Night Stalker. I mean, I was going to make an argument that it's one less item that Night Stalker, or like one less item that Night Stalker can spend his own money on, which is like depending on how late we're talking, you know.
Yeah. He's still got some. Actually, he doesn't have very much room to grow, does he? He can eat his
And
ags.
Night Stalker can't even really get an axe because his axe is fucking doo doo.
Yeah. It
It's-
might be good.
it's
Like
not-
ultra late game, maybe it's not
It's
so
not
terrible.
that bad, right? Okay, so the thing that they did to the NSX to make it not complete dookie is that it now only starts ticking down your mana once its like regular duration has expired.
Yeah, which
Um,
sounds okay.
Which basically means what you could do is when you get like late levels, because he gets a crippling fear cooldown talent, right? At like 20. No.
No. He gets a DPS
but they-
talent, which sounds awful.
Yeah, no, that sucks. But basically what you can do is you can like toggle on the crippling fear, for 50 mana, and then once its like regular duration has expired, you leave it on for like maybe 1 second, and then you turn it off, and you can just turn it back on again for 50 mana. So it's like there is an economical way to keep it active for a very long time.
It's percentage
ju-
max mana.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Oh,
a
that's
cursed-
horrid.
cursed number.
Yeah.
6% max mana per second.
Mm.
But it's 6% max mana per second after the regular 6 seconds.
Yeah, no, I get that,
So
but that's
basically
so
you can turn
much
it on.
mana.
You can turn it on, wait for the regular duration to end, turn it off, and then turn it on again.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. I get what you're
And
saying.
it can maybe work. But like if you're in a situation as Night Stalker where you have to have people around you silenced for 12 seconds, then you're probably dealing with bigger issues.
Yeah. But against like an OD with Ags, it is nice to have a really long duration silence for him. Because he's going to be there for a long time and you want him to be silenced for as long as you can.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they're hoping for the Roche respawn. We're like pretty far into the spawn window as well. It's
Well, we can look at the clock and consult the astral charts. That looks like 15 seconds.
no, that's just it doesn't show us anymore. It just shows the max respawn. This little dot here is just the max respawn.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Bruh.
this is actually like a max respawn. This is so unlucky. Because like they're gonna be up.
Yeah. I mean, heads up of them to claim the triangle outpost, I suppose. Oh yeah, I wonder where they are.
Is it gonna? That was actually a max spawn. That was insane.
An actual 11-minute respawn.
Actual
must be
full
weighted
max
towards
spawn
that, not
duration.
that.
They're melting it, but Matt's here for the
Chomp is
steal.
in.
Who's gonna pick it up? It's still on the
It just-
ground.
it's just on the deck.
I've got the Aegis.
Chomp
Oh, Chomp.
was banished, but nobody went in for the Aegis, and now he's going to be able to just run in, take out a lot of damage onto this OD. Down he goes, down goes the techies in trade, and the Night Stalker's still trying to just look for something. But yeah, that is 2 dead. Aegis in the hands of Night Stalker, and has his eyes
Yeah,
fixed on this Earthshaker. The Force Staff goes out, but it's nullified away.
great play from Daggy as well there, just jumping in, using the chaos to snatch up all the rest of the goodies. And you saw they straight away
Yeah.
used the cheese and the refresher orb, but now you've got a Sand King with BKB and Epicenter again.
Yeah, you gotta be very frightened about this. Aggressive blink forward, and the capture from Mel puts that OD into the box for 100,000 years. There's maybe an Echo Slam arrival here, but no, blink straight into the silence from the Night Stalker.
yeah.
That's 5 dead, no buy.
Wow, they actually just lost to a max Roche spawn.
Yeah,
That's
Roche went shops and it didn't come back. He went
He
down
was
to buy
late to his
milk.
post, and look at how fatal it ended up being.
Yeah,
He was not on business.
he
There's
didn't.
the
He
GG
didn't,
call.
the GG. Yeah, I mean,
didn't clock out in time.
oh. Dude,
The
that Roche
economy
was-
in
this game was looking
shambles.
like a fucking interesting late game, and then Roche just didn't spawn for their
Yeah,
comeback.
Nathan says fuck Roche, dude.
It was like
Literal
beginning-
last second spawn.
it was like the
Yeah.
beginning of an interesting comeback, and then Roche just didn't spawn
that's,
until
that's
they
a good
roll
point.
out.
Like now that players can always see the Roche timer, like they all knew that was a literal 11-minute Roche respawn.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, no, they knew.
That is brutal.
Which also I think just adds to the like tilt factor of it, right? Because you're not sure if you're just
Yeah.
mistiming it. You know Roche is fucking you, like,
Yes.
and yeah, they took it so fast as well. It literally like if it spawned like 5 seconds sooner, they probably would have had it. But that's the Sometimes it goes that way. I don't know.
Sometimes it does happen. Sometimes you are fighting tooth and nail to get back into a game from this insane, like you had a really good start in like basically every lane, and then you start falling behind in mid game. You start clawing your way back in using high ground defenses, and then you're like, all right, guys, let's get Roche.
Yep.
And then
you
it's
get
like
owned by Roshan.
you know the you know that meme of like gonna prank my dad when he comes home.
Yeah.
And it's like the guy with like the bucket above the door. It's like gonna prank my Roche when he respawns.
Yeah. Have you come to say your bit on how much you love the Roche spawn timer, Nathan?
I am the maddest person in the world.
It's so
And
unfortunate.
like, the worst thing is, right, because it was so late, like we saw them all coming. We had really good vision of it,
Yeah.
right? We see the Night Stalker Vulca, we see exactly where he is, but we're kind of like, if we start retreating now, we'd probably still lose 2 fucking heroes
Yeah.
and the Roche. So we
I
kind of
think
have to Zerg it and hope we get the
the-
Aegis just in time.
You almost
and the
did. It was
funniest-
really fast.
The funniest bit was that like Roche respawned and died in literally 1 second because you guys have so much Roche damage.
Yeah. And they're like,
Oh, so much.
oh, he bubbled Matt, and the Aegis just sat on the floor until he came out of the bubble. It was. Oh.
Yeah, I didn't want to take it because I have buyback and Lab doesn't, and like it makes it much harder since made
Yeah.
that play they had fight with the silence,
Oh
right?
yeah, I mean look at Lab's backpack on the end game screen there. Like he is no slots. He has to like
Well,
what draw.
not sure if he did
But-
when he was in the pit or not. Who knows?
So he has 2 parts of BKB and 3 parts of AC. So that says to me that there's a courier either dead or in the secret shop.
I think it might have just been that we changed plan, but I'm not sure.
No, because like he's got like BKB. He's got like Ogre X Mithril Hammer and Plate Mail Buckler AC recipe.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know whether we like
We can
literally
do
were
it.
like, here's 1 part of AC and then we're going BKB because we need
Oh,
the
right,
BKB
sure.
for that play they're making.
Because
We
like
can
I don't
do a-
know.
We can do a quick check.
having that loaded of an inventory in like such a hectic Roche.
I don't think he had it in the Roche
situation.
fight. No.
No, I suspect he took it off his courier afterwards.
No, yeah, but like with Wilson Kirby, he did kind of
I
have
suspect
like,
he was dead,
Three,
just grabbed it
three
and
parts
stashed
into
it.
AC and then starts going into BKB. Yeah.
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 Fuck it, we're
which
gonna-
is
we're
like,
gonna watch
this
this
is
again on
not-
stream.
This is not an inventory situation that you want to be having when like there's 18 heroes in the pit.
Well, I don't think he has it all in his inventory at the pit. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he
think
makes
he's
the
on his
space. He
courier.
makes the space. He just
And then he
doesn't
puts it in
get
stash, and then he picks it while he's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, again, like, very, very well played and heads up from Daggy to kind of jump in and make even more stuff just happen in the pit. Make it harder to focus on clicking the stuff on the floor.
Yeah. Yeah. So. Yes. All right. I will cut stream there. Thank you for watching, and yeah,
Fuck Roche.
yeah.
Gross.
Oh, gross.
Condolences.